Welcome, Emeralds. This is your Demon Lord, Dracon Sahak. Here today, we are going to do the Avalon Lost Belt. Apologize also for being a bit late. I had some things to take care of real quick, but yeah. Anyway, we are going to try to also do this with extra class service only, but we'll see how things go. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started. But yeah, I did see we're going to have some support where we're going to have to be forced to use that aren't extra class, so, and we'll not have that counted towards like going against the challenge, but anyway, sorry. Ooh, this is actually interesting. Well, hello there. You, with the still unknown fate, I trust you can hear me. Or perhaps hello again, Stargazer, would be more appropriate. Heh, either way, it doesn't really matter. You're here now, and I don't have to be bored out of my skull anymore. So, will you hear what I have to say? I suppose it's less what I have to say exactly than one of my many songs the winds carried to me. This is the story of a single future, what became a island of mystics that was reduced to the land of the Fae. Those of you without sin, take your leave now, for here you will find the Queen's bottomless castle. They accumulate like rain or ash, they disappear like snow or lies. Our hopes are either upon thyself, or yet in the Queen's hands. But we need only to hold out a little longer. On the dawn of the 2000th year, our prophesied child will appear. The child who will bring we Fae folk and humans together. The child who will save the world. Although too small for any other to see, the child shall drawn to the light here as a moth to the flame. Once the child is averted the catastrophe, in the city of iron and the sea of soot, their pilgrimage shall truly begin. Chosen by the staff of selection, the Savior, guided by the travelers afar, shall reach the throne. The throne shall be claimed by a true king, take up the bloody crown. Let the 6 bells ring out, the raged lightning and grieving flame, and let them ring out and forge the path of the true king. Let them ring out before red calamity reaches us, before the black disaster devours us living. Though we may not be the most diligent of folk, we are yet the free descendants of the Fae. Lacking through our wishes may be, all we desire is a brighter tomorrow. So what do you think? It takes its sweet time making its point, but you get it, yes? That's just how it is with prophecies. They don't make sense when you first hear them, but once the events unfold, you'll see exactly what they meant. In that sense, they're a lot like a curse that is to be fixed into itself, but to your back before you knew it was there. Well, it looks like the scary lady found me. This is all I can do for now. The next time I see you will probably be after everything else is said and done. It's a shame I won't be able to help you fight, but I am hugely relieved that I won't have to fear for my life. Alright then, I will be waiting for you in the confined land until next time. I definitely love this OST. Was it a dream? Uh-oh. Testing. Good morning, everyone. This is Shion. The time is now 7 a.m. And I'm very sorry to serve you, but all during your Beretta's quiet early morning hours. But I have an urgent message away to all of Novum Shadia's staff. There has been a change in the 6th lost spell. There's an emergency situation we predicted is now in progress. Please remain calm and come to the command room as soon as you're able. Oh crap. Come on, Fu! Wow, Fu's really quiet. Fu? Turn to the left. Master Kurite reporting for duty. What's going on here, Master? Don't bother asking Draconic Sahak, Kurite. He and I are both just got here ourselves, so we know as soon as you. I don't even know if you see my technical advisor or captain anywhere. The only other ones here are that unflappable alchemist and... Good morning, my distinguished colleagues. I see your healthy complexions. They all slept miraculously last night. Wonderful. I say, it fulfills the condition. Would you, Miss Xian? Yes, I think so. It is very lucky that you're all in such good health right now. Let us see. We have Draconic Sahak and Master the demi-servant, the field OP team, Mandaray the pilot, Tamalan and Karawata the operators, Octavia the fisheries assistant, Jen the vehicle mechanic, Shan the new assistant design engineer, Aran the record keeper, Marcus the spiritual engineer, and Gordov, who just enjoys helping feet up pancakes and rare grudgeless dazing of huzzing. I see none of you as much as Bang and I this dire situation. Sure, you all are seasoned veterans. This will make it much easier to tell you what's going on. I really don't like it when where this is going, but come on, let's hear what is going on already. Does it have something to do with that silver red light flashing more? Like I ever seen it flash before? Is there some fire in the kitchen now or something? As if it was that simple, Gordov. Oh no, it's nothing like that. This is a tiny planetary crisis that will eradicate all of us. Eradicate us all in about 24 hours if we do not stop it. Eradication? Well, that's a much bigger deal than I was expecting. Wait, what did you just say? You Egyptian knee-sock wielder? It seems that very rude of me to boil people down to their nationality, appearance, and choice of appeal. Yeah, Gordy. Don't you know that's kind of rude to say that shit? Especially on stream, jeez. I agree with that, but please, let's not get sidetracked right now. Director Gordov, Master, and all the other staff members are still grappling with this news. What exactly do you mean by planetary crisis? I'm sorry, you're right, but we do not have a lot of time to spare, so I will be forthright as I can. As you know, this has been about 3 weeks since the shocking operation to eliminate Limbo. In that time, Nova Shadia has been tuning up the Stormport, and that 5 supplies attacked the remaining 6 and 7 lost spots. That said, I have told you all before, I saw no need to infiltrate Britain, the site of the 6th lost spell. So I have been focusing my efforts. There is 7th lost spell and the 400 god to sign up. AJ6, yeah, I did roll a bit on lunch, even though I was supposed to save up. Get MP3 of Fairy Tristan though. No Morgan. And no Kawaii either. You're gonna start rolling out? I wish you luck, wish you luck, Hydra. Let me know how it turns out. Yes, I remember you said that we could leave the 6th lost spell to its own devices because... Go on, Draconic Sahak, tell her. Need to fix OBS first, gotcha. Indeed, the Tree of Infiniteness that helped establish the British lost spell used to burn down the Tree of Infiniteness in Olympus. Haven't touched it about mine. Oh god. Hey, Jake, how's it going? Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Good God, how many fucking points do you have saved, man? 7. We're at the 7. Is that it, Jake? As for proof, we have not observed any magical energy reading associated with the tritium that is coming from Britain since then. As such, the British lost spell should disappear on its own, much like the Chinese one did. Or so we thought. Right, the British last spell may be surrounded in a wall of light, but it's no longer a threat to humanity. At least that's what Arnold is saying. Is that not the case? No, it is. We are still keeping an observation. We did not consider it a threat. It was good. How about you? So good. But J6 is rolling right now, so you might want to check in on them to make sure they levels Kiara. But yeah, doing good. Although besides that, rolled a bit too. Wait till you get to I hope so. Although probably see if I can even get to the time gate though. Not until this very moment, anyway. We'll do it on screen. He did 7! This is the Paper Moon's Predatory 6. There's a Shiba predictions. 6 level. I thought I was counting 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's 7. According to this, the British lost spell and it will vanish in about 24 hours, and when it does, it will also go off the rest of the planet like an enormous tsunami. The Earth will be then crumble under the weight of its own gravity, utterly annihilating the planet. If I had 3 or 4. We are not talking about one of the foreign gods through those black holes. This would be, well, and truly be the end of the Earth. And not counting. Okay, probably just go up until I guess you need to ascend, I guess. Because I think you're like it's a bit over for like ascension. Well, override humanity's current bad ending, breach or phenomenon will completely be a dead end. Oh, so you definitely will get it for sure. What is happening? That we don't know, but now we know for certain this will happen if left unchecked. We can ill afford to simply sit back and twiddle our thumbs. The Fitchy and the Captain Nemo are on the swordboard as we speak. It's getting ready to launch. Up till now, we have been using the Shellport to infiltrate the lost spells of void space. 64 man. But this is sudden development has left us without the need to prepare. We didn't redeem any from the box. Fortunately, we now have the Stormbreaker capable of directly breaching the walls surrounding the lost spell. As a battleship, the Stormbreaker is essentially our frontline base. While we are still conducting our on-site investigation in the Shellport, having a base is where we can always resupply is a tremendous asset. Furthermore, trying millions to characterize the phenomenon as a collapse. But one could also call it a trap or perhaps a pitfall. A pitfall? Then you think that the British is going to cave in on itself? Like, or sink our war? I'm afraid I can offer no definite answers until we get there. Regardless, I suspect not even the foreign guy herself foresaw this turn of events. It's all well and good that Britain will disappear indeed, and only to be expected now that the tree of is essentially dead. If that disappears is going to engulf the entire planet, then it's the only matter of time we investigate and ultimately resolve. After all, there will be no foreseeable way to restore the Earth to its pretty bleak state if there's no Earth left to restore. Yeah, exactly. Makes it more satisfying. Okay, I'm with you there, but what the hell can we do in only 24 hours? A lot. As a matter of fact, you see, that 24-hour period is our time frame. But according to Shiba, time moves differently within the last spell. Once inside the British last spell, our time constraint will cease to be a concern. So as long as you can restore the planet while you're there, we should be all set. Oh, so that's how they're able to get away story-wise with like having like time gates and shit. And spanning out. That said, time is definitely not on our side. Which is why we're going to have to all try to shaft board the shallboard and head for Printer as soon as we finish our final safety check. Then once you arrive in the wall of light, you can use this shallboard's dimension piercing drill to breach it. And make your way into Britain, the 6th lost spell. That's all I have to say, and as luck will have it, the shallboard has just arrived on the dock. I know that this mission is going to spring on you suddenly, but eventually we'll fill you in on the details aboard the shallboard. Be careful out there, everyone, and I cannot wait to hear what sort of fun hijinks you'll get up to this time. And 6, yeah. You're not coming, Shion? Wait, she's not coming? Ah, sorry, you're right. I did say the entire staff. My bad, I did not face it as intended. Yeah. I definitely can't wait for that because I love boss rushes. I feel this would be much more too preemptive to count on a newcomer like myself to a member of Chadia's staff. Please do not worry about me. I'm just going to stay here and continue to monitor the 7th lost spell. Do your best out there, Trikazak. I promise I'll do the same here. That said, if you all should pull this one, both I and this base will cease to exist in about 24 hours. So I'm counting on you more than ever. But I am not too worried. I know you will succeed. You're counting on it. Oh, I love all these windows here. Hey, it's the Nemo series. Been a while since I've seen them. I miss them. Attention all crew members. I repeat, attention all crew members. We're arrived at the waters near the British lost spell in 2 hours after departing the Wandering Sea, just as expected. We're currently 200 kilometers north of the Isles of Britain. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of good in case of like, so that way no one accidentally locks himself. The wall of light looks to be a dimensional rift, just like the rules end from the 6th singularity. Thanks to the Fishy and Professor's analysis, we've learned that the rift is as fittest on the southern side. So that's where we're heading, and we'll begin the dimensional boarding as soon as we arrive. Expected to be in operation in 45 minutes. All hands remain on your post until further notice. And there you have it. We're going to begin our operation as soon as possible without any breaks. The storyboard is a big ship after all, so we can't just slip into void space like the shallboard. What we can do is use a massive propulsion force and magical energy barriers to withstand the dimensional fracture that separates the different worlds. Basically a giant trail. Like, give instant death. Yeah, that sounds like cheap. But what we're going to do is fire the stormboard through that wall of light like a bullet. The entirety impact will be just as strong as it is for a serial sail. So make sure you're all in a calm state of mind. If you're confused, distraught, or terrified, then your soul might not be able to keep within your body. Yes, I'm all worried. You mean the weird sensation where it feels as though your chest and head are being stretched out like taffy, right? No need to worry about us, Captain. This isn't our first rodeo. Yeah. So we're kind of like used to the whole like Guardians of the Galaxy, like kind of like weird just face distortion kind of shit. More importantly, we do have a firm plan of action in place, yes? Because I don't even want to think about entering the Lost Spell with a strategy or goal. Of course we do. Don't worry, Gordy. We know exactly what it is we have to do. After all, we are already planning on going after the British Lost Spell at some point. You where? But I thought the British Lost Spell was no longer a threat, at least up until today. Right, you are, but nonetheless, we are intent on making the plans to export, well, before now. Well, we only have a few bits and pieces of information to work with at the moment. We do know that Barrel Gut remains in the British Lost Spell, and that its king is able to launch an attack on Olympus Trio Infinite. What's more, the king was able to burn the very tree evidence required to sustain their lost mount. Well, it's still unclear where Barrero tricked them into doing so, or acted within the information consent. What matters is that they possess enough power to burn a tree of this single-handedly. And then there's Armageddon, right? Yep, a huge powerful spell akin to Divine Punishment that was able to reach Olympus all the way from Britain. It missed the suspicious even Christiania's ideal magecraft. That was Armageddon, alright. A spell that's devised not by human hands, but by the inner sea of the planet itself. It would be a powerful weapon against a foreign god, which means it's something we desperately need. The planet's inner sea. Wait, is that? Oh, that is basically a paradise of legend. Every mythology's got some promise of Trail Holy Land, right? Utopia, the Garden of Eden, the land of Young Tar, the Not Og, and so on. Well, British is called Avalon. Yep. It's supposed to be an otherworldly paradise that can't be reached by ordinary means. It also said to lie inside the planet. That's where the souls of the stars go to sleep. Pretty much every clock tower mage has heard about it. I know it's called a legend, but it's not how people who actually see it think of it. You're really behind on story in LB6. Where you at, Jake? There's some people out there who really might be able to agree with the planets, able to get to the planet's air sea. Hell, the clock tower even got the Department of Exploring it. That said, we're talking about a place that's completely outside human possession. Once you get to mixed up with something that you're practically already lost to the world outside of our own. What are you saying, Manny Pizza? Are you talking about the underground workshop? They're just an ordinary archaeological team with a fancy name. Really, how could anyone take them seriously after they probably proclaimed they found an Earth spy bomb underneath the clock tower? Oh, Goroth doesn't believe, huh? I may be somebody on the major elite craft news, but even I would be too embarrassed to say something like that with a straight face. If we're quite done with our digression about the Mage Association Clock Tower's inner politics, let's return to the subject at hand, shall we? Now that we know the King of British Lost Spells controls Ramajizia, we need to investigate and learn how it works. That's really either arrogant or forgivable when it comes to starting LB6. The Ramajizia is the reason why we're smart. We are already making plans to explore the British Lost Spells. Well, we are circumstances have forced us to act sooner than we have hoped. We're always going to pay them a visit eventually. So the Master's mission this time isn't just to investigate the lost spell. Well, we do have, of course, our need to prevent the collapse that Trangminius 2 warned us about. Securing Ramagidia is a priority. You're hacked? You mean you want to cut the deal with this Lost West King? Someone capable of such firing intercontinental ballistic missiles at will? Yep, honestly, I'd pretty reckless even for us. I'd love to get our hands on Ramagidia too. I mean, we have Booptoria, so I think we can do it. But between the Storm Warriors and the heroic spirit system and the Black Barrel, I think we should be able to neutralize the so-called planet-level threat like the Foreign God, if the circumstances call for it. Sion was adamant that we needed a fine construct, though, so here we are. Well, Miss Sion is an alchemist, no doubt that she has something unique in mind. And let's not forget we don't have the Naturalist or the Storm Warrior if it weren't for her. So I, for one, am perfectly willing to go along this plan of hers. Especially since at least as us acquiring Robert yet or something equivalent. Oh, don't you think you're being just a little overly optimistic here, Holmes? This could be our biggest burden that we have as Dracasa hugged the bear so far, don't you know? You have to continue this conversation. Here, we're almost reached the drawing point. All hands, return to your posts, but brace for space-time crossing impact. All right. Sorry, Captain. Oh crap! The wall's right above us. Sorry for not paying close attention, Captain. All right, understand. I still like it, but at least I get the point of this mission now. Remember, Dracasa, it won't be like any of the other lost spells we faced so far. Negotiation requires a careful, thoughtful approach, so try to keep your reckless risk-taking to no more than 3% of your usual antics. Good grief, it seems like Gordon has beat me to the punch. As important as the mission may be, it should be within our ability to acquire this weapon. Fortunately, we both know the knowledge of the time on our side. Regardless of what sort of person may be dealing with, as long as we take things one step at a time, we're sure to arrive at the truth eventually. Big try, socks, strapped in and ready. Hey, future god. How goes it? Oh. It looks like we both Abby and Jackie get head pads. Okay, hope you enjoy your head pad, Jackie. Guess now we need a head pad Abby. Who definitely loves also loves head pads that Future has given her. Also, thank you for the hydrate as well, Future. The Lord is here. Also, shout out to Future God, guys. It's part of the Concom funds, which is a Twitch stream I'm a part of. Includes a variety of people, particularly mostly made up of VTubers, but still fun and interesting people to hang out with. We also even had some people that play FGO as well, such as Mr. J and Taskful. Okay. Yeah. And I'm doing good, Future, and glad to hear. Hopefully work is doing good too. Just started Lost Spell 6, so we have yet to actually get into like actual missions yet. Good, Professor. I'll start the final safety check. Store bar, initiate serial coding. No problem, man. Just helping out the teammate. I also keep forgetting that you keep forgetting that task join. Yeah. You said then Jinx joined too, but unfortunately they kind of left. Try and make a decision 1, 2, 3, all green. Space and time difference acquiring between the storyboard and drilling targets have all been calculated. The fishing will protect the ship's armor and the computer room, while Nero series will focus on maintaining our route. Computer room just gave us all clear, Captain. We're looking at 99.9% chance of success. That's a very good success. The best superior battleship order. Move out. Prepare to enter the 6th slot spell. Oh, here we go, guys. Lost of 6. Lost Step EX. Fair table domain. Avalon the Fae. The moment a planet is born. Yeah, it's taking a while to load in there. Oh, dude. Definitely love this. I was starting off here. It's like very nice, calm sea. Definitely, definitely relaxing before you go into fucking hell. Oh, good lord. That actually took us a while. Okay, we actually have continuing items too, so that's good. Oh, fuck off, Jake. Ooh. Ooh, they definitely did with the fancies being here. Definitely love it. The fairies over cherish freedom. The fairies guard their love. And recompense the children lost their world. I definitely love how they're presenting this here. Oh, thanks, Future. I think I have like one more overlay really to update and then my ending screen. And then it's like a couple things up. Although, as it was destroyed over, and again, your Britain will ever prosper. Spring's sun, surprise, summer's quarrel, autumn's joy, and winter's battle. Death piled upon death to stand eternal. Yeah, the OSC is pretty good, but then again, it's FGO. They always have badass OSCs. Be wary and never forget. No matter how sturdy the walls are, the castle's foundation never changes. Although, then again, this OSC is probably, or even by FGO standards, this is pretty good. As the world took new form, the roots of age, and now unseen and unfelt. The gardening of the tiniest insect shall bring all to ruin. Ah, was I sleeping? Support off? Yes, you were. I think we watched Costas for a moment too. What about all you? Same here. I was kind of dizzy feeling, I guess. Oof, my head is still kind of spacey too. I remember the captain declaring we'd broken through the wall of light to nothing. On a different note, why is it so dark in here now? Captain? I'm here, thanks, but it's kind of hard to talk right now. You too, Captain Nemo? Then it seems that I'm not the only one going under the water at the moment. That's terrible, but why did this happen? Allow me to explain. Da Vinci, you're okay? Of course, as you can see, I'm the same chipper Da Vinci as always. It's all cause I synced up to the border in the computer room. While you were all out cold, I took care of things inside the ship and finished analyzing the outside atmosphere. So, where should I begin? Probably with why you and Nemo aren't feeling like yourselves, huh? No, that's alright. In fact, you and Miss Curie are fine, tells me everything I need to know. I think back to the Chinese wild belt. The moment we entered Britain, both Nemo and I felt deeply under the water. That must mean that no heroic spirit can function here, or rather no heroic spirit extracted from human history. And that, in turn, tells us that human history simply does not exist here, am I correct? I should have known you figured it out fast. I just checked the spiritual origin graph and I transferred to the border, and it just completely shut down. There's not even a fragment of the base needed for a heroic spirit for proper human history to exist here. The Chinese lost most history had no need for heroic spirits, but I'm guessing that heroic spirits simply don't exist in this lost most history. That's why heroic spirits for proper human history, like you guys, can't set foot on the Isle of Britain. You're basically all being attacked by an entire world since you never existed in the first place. So in other words, the world in this lost most is seeing them as one big giant threat. So there's essentially not enough foundation for heroic spirits to operate here. Take, say, Robin Hood, for example. He should be able to exist in any lost spell, right? He's so vaguely defined that it should only take a single skilled archer existing at some point in history. Of course, what their name might have been for him to qualify. Well, the problem is with that, though, it's like the myth of Robin Hood might not even exist here. But now you're saying that even conditions such as vague as those don't exist here in this British lost boat? You got it. That was a good example, Gordy. Well, if you know, I have reached my point of my tenure as director, where I'm actually beginning to enjoy reading reports. I dare say, I know even more about the lost boats than Kazakh does. Now, at least on purely on intellectual level. At any rate, I see now. So history never contained so much as a single skilled archer, huh? How in the hell does that work? These last must have still been around for over 2,019 years, yes? So how have they so much history, not even a single historically significant figure? They couldn't, last bus or not. Any path to human history must be fit within a certain definitions. Any manner of a human civilization must inevitably pass through the template of a particular technology, simply not possible for an animal species to accommodate itself for over 10,000 years without a culture or average quality of life meets certain criteria. And naturally, over the course of that history, people will always branch out into different various occupations. Although their names would differ, they'll eventually be famed sword fighters, archers, and spear fighters, artisans, and soldiers, kings, and detectives. The lack of any such figures even existing here must mean there are no humans here. Excellent insight, Mr. Drakozlak. Indeed, that would be the simplest explanation. But there still are possibilities left to explore. I have to do so later. Hang on, then why are the technical advisor and Kirite here seemingly unaffected? In that case, it's probably because I'm a demi-servant. I do have a God's spiritual origin, but I'm not actually him, so... Yet pretty much as me, I'm technically a homunculus of Leonardo da Vinci, not the original. That would explain why I'm not affected. That said, I'm even more of a Leonardo genius than the original, so that might actually work out great. Then the only servants who would be any help in this last spell are you and Mash. Seriously? You mean we can't even summon new ones on site? Since this place rejects any real experience from human history, it seems really unlikely we will be able to bolster our forces that way. If we want to increase our numbers, our only choice is to ask the people of the last spell for help. But never mind that now. Can you tell us what happened over the last 3 minutes of Vinci? Sure, right after the storm bar punched through the wall line, those systems grew. Every electrical device that we had on board shut down, caused the storm bar to crash. Luckily, Nemo engineer was able to use her last of her strength to get one of the Triton engines back up and running. Then she let the showerboard break away from the island's airspace and make an emergency landing in the ocean to the southwest. That's where we are now. The generators are still out of commission, so we're running on auxiliary power. Yeah, the situation definitely isn't great, but hey, at least it's not like we haven't been in a tight space before. In fact, they say the fact we are to attack right off the bat and are able to have a leisure chat like this makes us at least a little lucky. Oh, so we haven't been attacked. Alright, we're at 8. Does that mean that the king of this last one has yet to notice us? I can't say anything sure, but I think so, especially since we haven't set foot on this isle yet. The closer we get to it, the more things on the storm world stop working. But the good news is they're always stopped, not broken. I'm guessing this here, but the storm world goes as far enough to the isle. I think everything will start working again. No, you're out of points. Like, seriously, out of every point, or do you have like at least some at least? I can't believe I can't even get close to the mysterious island, so to speak. So even with the naturalist added space. So as much as the situation is looks like a failure, I can at least confirm the storm bar is definitely intact. 45. That's how much points you have. It's just a mere 45 points. Jesus. So if everything starts working and once we put some distance between ourselves and the isle, then we'll know we'll have a secure escape route to this, out of this last spell. They're doing the leveling. It's just straight for... Oh god. Now we have to figure out what comes next. Does Shalpor still need work to fishing? Of course we know. We still can use it as a ship to get to the shore, but I'm sure it'll stop working if we made it land. So we can't use the Shalpor either. Damn. Oh, what about the composite? Will those work on land? I can't say for sure until we try, but given how everything else is behaving, I want to give your hopes up. And in worst case, we may have to rely more on permanent mech for communications. How are you with carrier pigeons, home? The most interaction I had with the carrier pigeons was when I once unraveled a trick that relieved it. We eyed on them. Of course, I can still use them just fine. Gotcha! I guess in that case, that makes me an expert then. Don't worry, I'll handle the written correspondence side of things. Oh, and one more thing. I need to tell you all how much time we have to work with. Its current state, we can keep the sorber apart for about 30 days. If we really stretch ourselves thin, we can make it last about 50 days before oxygen runs out. So that's our time limit. Once the mission is complete, we'll move the sorber away from the prison and restart the engines. As for the Trojan engines back online and generating stable spy and magic energy, we'll break back as for the wall of light and leave the British less known. And then about some that. Sounds good to you, Director Garth? Alright then, if the sorber can't get near land, then we only have one course of action available. Kirai will accompany Drakasahak as his bodyguard while he infiltrates the Isle of Britain. Once there, the two of them will carefully investigate the area and find the cause of the future collapse of Serbia and Shadia. If circumstances allow, they will also make contact with the last block King Akar Ramajadiad. During this operation, we expect communication with the port will be limited at best. Therefore, I'm imploring the two of them to make their own calls on this field, with the exception that they will return safe. Sound successful within 45 days. Huh? You're just saying Drakasahak and Mash no way they can pull it off alone. At least send me or Chinna with them. Not that I'm eager to get myself killed out there, because it's definitely not, but come on. Don't be dumb, fool. You're just going on with me. Kira, I need to worry about keeping two people safe instead of just only one. She may be an excellent servant, but she's still only one person. So if we only have one servant to work with, I'm going to make damn sure she supports Drakasahak to the best of her ability. Oh, let's call him Uncle. Don't call me Uncle. I'm still in my 20s, damn it. You know you work in your 40s. This is clear to you. Is that clear to you too? Go on then, repeat your mission's objectives and back to me. Yes, sir. My job is to assist Master as investigator of this hospital in whatever way I can. Very good. Then let's get this mission underway. We only have 45 days to work with, after all. Britain is just a big place. If I were you, I'd start by making your way to Oxford then. Oxford probably doesn't even exist. What are you doing there, technical advisor? Instead of raising or backing various items into a sack? You need to ask? I'm simply going to serve them, obviously. Did I say I would handle the written correspondence? So keep an eye out for my familiar, because that's how I'll be sending you letters from the field. What? Sorry, what? Alright, there we go. Okay, now we're actually going to start a quest here. Yeah, damn it, I admit that does make sense. Good, alright, you have my permission. Go with them, technical advisor. Okay, I can at least take you to the shore. Take care of them, Prostovici. And here we are, the Isle of Britain at last. Whoa, it's foggy out here. It's so warm too. I need to visit Britain at some point. Alright then. Settle down. I'm already taking out 5 spots, so whenever strange and land shouldn't be anything new to you. Well, it is. As a matter of fact, since this is my first time out there in a adventure like this, you can blame me for getting excited. Now go on, Captain. Head back to the Stormbriar already. You're having a hard enough time as is out here, right? It's our job to investigate the area, so you can sit around and grit your teeth until it's your turn. fine. I guess I don't have to worry if you're such a good spirit anyway. Trikasak Mash, don't forget to take care of the fishy while you're out here on your mission. If it wasn't much, but I got a brief version of the place back in the command room. Alright, before we get lost consciousness, everything east of the shore should surround the fog, but I did make out what looks like a city approximately 200 kilometers from here. Assuming nothing gets your way, you three should be able to get in there about 2 to 3 days, so that's where I started for you. I hate to ask you to rush through the fog, but I don't see any other way of going around it, even if we had time to spare. Don't worry. I guess that's true, is it? Okay, Trikasak Mash. The fish, good luck out there. I can't wait to hear back from you with good news. I just finished checking our equipment, Master. Our survival kits are all set. And we should have 90 days worth of rations. Great, you two can keep the food to yourselves. I don't get hungry as long as I have enough mana. Say, where's Pooh? I don't see him with either of you. Well, Pooh has actually never got on the storyboard with us this time, so... Bolted and hid from us. Oh, really too bad. He was always there when you're trying to restore humanity, right? Man, I was looking forward to having the same experience as my grown-up self too. Maybe Pooh just doesn't like Britain or something. Oh well, nothing we can do about it now. Besides, I am sure we can have other chances of travel together. Absolutely. I'd love to go on an adventure with you, Holmes, Director Goroff, Xian, Mandarin Fu, and Senpai all together. Alright, then let's get going. You said next stop a city about 200 kilometers to the east. Buckle up, guys, because this is a long road ahead of us. Indeed we do. I can sense it as well. Ah! Where the hell you come from? I can't believe it. I've all the luck. My first adventure ever and already loosening. Then you and Master are seeing things too, Da Vinci. I thought it was the edge of my eyes were playing tricks on me. That's definitely Tristan, alright. Why are you all acting like it's so strange for me to be here? This is making me very sad. I mean, I am certain this wasn't the most dramatic summoning. If anything, I felt as a casual automatic as Watercock touring the response to the wind. Oh, I'm sorry everyone, I have to report. Make my round shield is pulsating with the same warp it typically has after conducting a summoning. Alright, sorry, sounding masterful. Whoa, really? I'm not hallucinating after all. Whoa, you're right. It's a rogue spirit origin solid. This really is Sir Tristan, but how? I thought this place rejected all rogue spirits for proper human history. I see. It sounds as though you're not upset with me, but rare my summoning stuff came as a surprise. Well, I can assure you, I didn't answer the summon of my own volition. One moment I was in here, and the next I was. Of course I am a rogue spirit on my side, and I know about you and Shadia. But aside from that, I have no clue as to what's going on, either. Could someone please explain it to me? Yeah, it's like... Yeah, we see us summoning in rogue spirits, but we still summoned you somehow. I see, so this is a lost spell. A hypothetical version of Britain that could normally never exist. I don't know why this lost spell allowed me to be here, any more than you do. But I suspect it has something to do with this being the Cornwall's shore. I do have close side to this line after all. And while its history may be different, this line itself is still the same, I think. Oh, that's right. I forgot Sir Tristan said to have been born in Cornwall, southwest of Britain. This must be why I was able to summon you, or maybe the land itself needed your aid. It could be that Trikasak was nervous about exploring the mysterious new land, so he ended up summoning Sir Tristan here unconsciously. Everybody, having them here with us should be a big help, and it bodes well for our future too. Even if this less supposed to avoid the human heroes, we now know that it's still possible to summon a rogue spirits for proper hero history, with strong ties given the area. Maybe we'll be able to summon Sir Gawain, or of Orkney, or even Camelot's own King Arthur. You wish to summon King Arthur here directly? I'm not sure that's... No, you're right. That would be wonderful. And knowing him, I'm certain he would be willing to able to help you. In the meantime, I will of course happy to offer you whatever meager assistance I can. Any knight of the round table would do the same. Master Draconic, I know that neither of us are meant for this something to happen, but rest assured, my bewitched bow is yours to give and regardless. From here on, I, Tristan, child of sadness, shall be your faithful servant. Now then, allow me to lead the way. I know this southwest corner of Britain like the back of my hand. There's a hilly area up past a few mountains not too far from here. With a little luck, we should be able to reach the high road in about 2 hours, shall we, Master? Lead the way, Tristan. One hour later. Sir Tristan, I'm very sorry to say this, but pretty sure we're we are not lost. Now, I don't blame you feeling like we are, since we are all relying on your eye. You all rely on your eyes so much. Oh shit! His eyes are open, you know he's like this. But I can assure you, we are a team making progress. In fact, we covered no less than 4 kilometers by now. The only downside of it is that we somehow haven't been able to escape to shore yet. So if Sir Branford was out, he would happily say, "Don't worry about us, Tristan. You just go to sleep. I'll lead the way from here." Then we really are lost, I knew it. That's the doubt that Fear would be any happier about this than we are. Yes, I suppose you're right about that. Ah, this makes me so sad. If Sir Branford would only be straight with me, I would even be happy to play him a encouraging song. Yeah, something's not right here if we're like wandering safe shore for like an hour. That's true, perhaps this fog is to blame. I've been laying down my bowstrings everywhere we go just so we don't get turned around. But at some point, the string trail keeps getting cold. Not because someone's cutting it, it's because I've been letting go of them myself. It's almost like I keep forgetting what I meant to do with just a minute ago. Master, I'm detecting high intensity magical energy straight angles up ahead. I can't tell you any more than what without analysts from the board, but they're attacking us. Get ready to engage, Draconic. Be on your guard. Okay. Please set luck match as a starting member. Okay, up to 4. Okay. You know, such as Britain and all. Okay, yeah, it's actually very fucking quiet. Definitely getting used to here. Okay. Alright, yeah, let's see. Alright, there we go. What's the good news? Kiara's level 8, nice. Increased functionality.
Alright,
let's do it. So the day is right. Yeah. So now it's like all it needs to do is get to the fight final on 10. Okay, so everything's breaking here. Okay, we need to give Rainbow James that. Okay. You're actually doing good for homes. I never really used them much, but then again, no one really hardly uses them much at all. But actually doing good for like actually teaching here.
よしよし。ならば見せよう、素体。
Alright, there we go.
輝きは空に、陸に、海に。いえ、輝きは人にこそ。ブライトエハーグレン。
So I was actually thinking that when you beat one, it's like you get all the Yeah, it's gonna take a while. Figured as much. Are they all gone? Oh man, they definitely are stronger than I expected. Were those British ghosts or something? I guess we managed to drive them away since they're gone now, but it really doesn't feel like they actually beat them at all. I have to agree, her sheer personality was astonishing. I don't think those were ghosts at all. They were so unusual and so septimistic that they almost seemed like... No, never mind that for now. For time being, I must commend you, our Jumbo Del Master. They're sort of like you said you could have summoned her experience here at Print. So it's a great relief to see that it was still possible to summon them temporarily for battle. There we go, I did. Yep, but I'll be watching you. We're definitely using more measurable energy than usual. So we need to try not to avoid as much as possible. Since you're converting your own personality into magic energy. Oh no. Master, something wrong? Fuck bro, no, the whole R tracks. It's not working right. Mash, are you okay? Mash! Mash? Did something happen to him? I guess it's a composed side. No, wait. They can't burn away. It's not good. It's too easy to get separated as fog. Let me call out to... what were their names again? I think they were... Wait, what's my name? Wait, you with red hair, come back! You with the red hair. What was it again? No, wait. Who am I? So good. Uh-oh. And here I thought I might arrive early. Is it because I took my sweet time? Oh, you can't blame me for that. These are my very first guests. It's only right I look to you for your best guess. Is that Oberon? Besides, I say, this boy and his companions made a big mistake too. I mean, no one in their right mind will ever think to go into the nameless woods without any protection. I guess it just goes to show how brave this Master Shiny really is, don't you think, Leonka? I'm really going to trust you. Am I really going to trust these outsiders? Yes, I will. I trust them with all my soul. I'm sure I have my suspicions up until now. I saw them in person, but now I can tell. They're real. And as crazy as it sounds, they're dead serious about saving the world. Oh yes, I'll definitely go out and wait for them now. That's right, Buaka. It's probably time for me to get serious too. Yeah, since we got a few local affairs here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a couple too many to me. Firstly, it looks like they got a good nature's source. I'm sure they'll rescue the Shadians. In the meantime, I don't think I'll make my way back for now, and save our faithful encounter for another time. Good luck, Shadian, lad. I suggest you start by getting familiar with Britain's abundance. Oh, and one more very important thing. Whatever you do, don't let anyone know you're human. Jeez. I think the time gate's at like chapter 8 or so. MASH? Yeah, we'll probably have probably good. MASH! Oh, we're in the fairy house. Oh, good, you're awake. You don't seem to be injured, and I don't think your life's in any danger. No, we got saved by Gastoria here, but you're hurting everywhere. Please let me know. I still have a lot to learn, but I can at least perform basic first aid. Your... MASH? Oh, right. Does this sound like it's my name? Phew, thank goodness. I was having trouble remembering who I am too. Oh, good God. Knockout Story has become MASH. She's MASH 2.0. And just on the day I actually maxed on in there too. So my name's MASH, huh? I like it. It's short, soft, and unique. And hey, if you know my name, it must mean we really are friends. I knew it! Anyway, good morning. The answer. Do you know where you are right now? Wait, I'm... Lancer? Your name is Lancer, right? I mean, what was your, name? What's your name tag? Apparently we all, perhaps this is the Nameless Wood. Do you know anything about the Nameless Woods? The fog is so thick here that as soon as you step foot inside, you can never find your way back. The more lost you get, the more you forget. And eventually you won't be able to remember your name or who you are. Basically, it's a forest of no return, one of the most dangerous of fey domains in all prison. I wonder what it's like, what it is we're doing in a place like that. Maybe something really nasty happened to us. You know, like everyone at your table orders ginger ale, but for some reason you end up getting salt water. Lancer. Was that wrong? Why are you holding your head like that? Oh, no. Did you hit your head in the woods? Do you have a concussion or a fractured skull? No, it's nothing like that. I suspect he simply does not know who he is. Oh man, we don't even know who Tristan is anymore. Not just himself, he remembers you, me, or anything else about this place. Certainly I can't. There's only one thing I remember, is that I serve him loyalty. Even now I know I would have no qualms about laying down my life to keep him safe. You're a god! It's okay, I can't remember. Please don't restrain yourself, my lord. I am Isabella, best in class. No, wait, that's alright. Yes, I remember now. My name is Tristram. I'm sure of it. Oh, so you're the reason why Tristram is actually called that in Diablo. Got it! Well, sucks that town got destroyed. Let's see. Written right here in Old English is the name of a tag made from leaf. Obviously proud. Right, I better make it out. Indeed, now we know your name. Know that you're Lancer, and I'm Tristram, and she is MASH. I could say without absolute confidence that we are the trusted companions who wound up stranded here. Yeah, high five, Tristram. Let's go. But what's Old English? So we don't know where we are, and we can't even remember where we came from. But we do know that it's something important we need to do. And we must have entered the Nameless Woods to accomplish it, in spite of the risk. Correct, the only other things we know are that, even among my colleagues, I am a peerless genius, master of a poet, and a peerless archer. I'm sorry, I can't tell you more. I see, so he doesn't know anything. What about you, MASH? Well, it's pretty much the same for me as for you. As it is for you two. Kind of feels like I lost a lot of belongings. At any rate, what I do know is that we all collapsed in the nameless woods, and some prairies from those village huts brought us here. The next question is, why did they do that? And are they slave traders? I think I heard that is a big problem these days. Oh man, I don't want to think about it, but if that's what this village is for, then... Oh, are you all awake now? Oh, I'm sorry if I startled you. I hear your voices so. Anyway, the artist said I should come and fetch you all. I mean, it's going to be nice seeing you, so, you know. Do you know this person, Lancer? No, not at all. I see. Well, I don't see any hostile intentions from her. She seems to me like a good-natured person. Or rather, like a fairy from fairy tales. Can you still not move? In that case, we could talk later. Oh, but if I go back with you, without you, everyone will scold me for being useless again. Are you talking about the art fairies from this village? Don't worry, you can go back ahead of us. We'll be right here as soon as we're done talking. We'll be sure to tell the others that you were the one who fetched us. Then, I really am useful this time. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you so much. Please come into South Square when you're ready. Everyone else is here. See you there. Here we go. Maybe heads outside too. Yes, I guess we should. I'm still concerned, but it doesn't look like saying this here will help anything. Besides, no matter what they ask of us, we can honestly say we don't remember a single thing. So at least we should be suspect of being from a bad city or supporting the wrong queen or anything like that. Oh. Are these the ones that almost died in the woods? God damn. I've never seen humanoids without wings before. I swear. What's that wing clan coming to these days? Please don't lump us in with the likes of them. These trade don't have so much as a hint of wing stubs. They must be criminals who had their wings torn off as part of their punishment. They probably came here while trying to escape the Thorwagon. Pathetic. Just look at their twiggy little limbs. The only things that they're good for is for firewood. Then maybe we ought to chop them up and make a fire out of them. That'll brighten up the night up. They're kind of fairy world. Hold on, let's hear what they have to say first. That is our rule after all. You dare, what is your clan, your names? What city you hail from? What is it you came here to Gormrow escape? I'm afraid we can't really tell you. The only thing we know is our names. We don't know where we came from or why we came here, or where our goal is, nothing. Are you kidding me? You don't even know which city you're from. Haven't even got the gold, huh? God damn it, that's awful. It's terrible. It ain't just right. And here I was hoping we could get a nice ransom out of him. Okay, calm down there, fairy. Guess there's only one thing left to do is from now then. Indeed, now that the things have come to this, there's only one thing to do. We'll just have to look after ourselves. You hear that, everyone? We got new friends. What? Well, that turned a complete 180. Yay! Ho! New friends! Let's go for a celebration! Here, we're all a bunch of nameless, worthless failures without anywhere left to live. Thank you, doing enough of so far, and welcome in, Draven, and thanks for the raid as well. Shout out to Dravenverse. He plays FGO 2 times. But welcome in, Morals. I am Drakana Sahak. I'm a Demon Lord. I've just started LB6. I'm trying to do this with just extra class servers as much as possible. But yeah, welcome in, Draven. And how was your stream? tips. Okay. Hate to raid. Okay, gotcha. Understandable. You're still in LB1 because. Okay, gotcha. Well, hope you find something good to eat, man. And thanks again for very much appreciated. We've been strung up pelted with rocks, and before we knew it, we found ourselves here on this tip top of the isle. Nobody likes us, and we'll all be gone by tomorrow. The queen herself won't come into the nameless woods we call home. So we welcome Kamara Sakura, the dead-end village. You guys had a hard life, right? You already suffered enough, right? If we're all just a bunch of burnouts anyway, we might as well kick back, relax, and enjoy life here. Man. This is like it's like a fairy village of people just laying flat. They're actually pretty nice, even though at first they say threatening, but huh. Man, eat up again for one piece. I think I can eat another bite. I can't believe the party through and welcome us is still going into the night. These fairies are so nice. I was so surprised to see what good conversationist you are, Lancer. You seemed a little unsure yourself first, but then you started talking to fairies from both the Wind Clan and the Earth Clan without any hesitation. And even though everyone in the fairy prison knows you're supposed to pick one to side with. Fairy Britain? Well, you mean you forgot about that too, really? Then it's gonna be a problem. The nameless rose only makes you forget yourself. You should be able to remember the customs you need to know to survive. At least that's what I've heard. What about you, Tristram? Do you remember anything about Fairy Britain, the land of the Fae? I guess you're in the same boat as Lancer then. Alright, I'll catch you two up. I don't know a great deal about the world, but I've at least been taught the basic. Alright everyone, quiet please. It's time to end today's festivities. You know how you all feel, but there's nothing we can do about nightfall. We have to resume our welcome party tomorrow. I guess this goes to show how time flies when you're having fun. Alright everyone, let's head to our homes. There, Lancer. There, Mash. There be of a few words, Tristram. Got the great suck on Morgan. Oh, you got Morgan. Congrats, J6. See that roof over there? That's yours. Go ahead and hide out there until morning. You there. Show Lancer and his companions to this one, won't you? You better hurry up. Knowing her, you'll just get even more injured if you take your time. Yeah. Don't get carried away and start taking them down to this any safe faster. Okay? If you do that, no one will be able to find you guys once the night gets here. Guess I know. I'll be fine. Thank you guys for giving me this job. If you follow me, everyone, I'll show you back to the tent that became your territory. Well, good night. Don't worry, this tent may be away from the town square, but it's still within the village. I promise you I'll be able to relax and sleep without any forest animals coming in. Accuracy. Okay, I'm sure you both tired after talking with so many fairies, but I think we should finish our conversation earlier before we go to sleep. Fairy Britain, as you can probably tell by the name, is the land of the Fae. You do know that much, right? Yeah, more or less. Good. The next, we have a different kind of fairies. It will take hours to go to details of the difference the various kinds of fairies. So for now, let's just focus on the border clans. The clans represent the land of the Fae's different races. There's the Wind Clan, the Earth Clan, and the Fang Clan. The Wind Clan, the Mirror Clan, and the King Clan. The members of the Wind Clan, like the Halabaruria, are humanoid fairies that look like humans, basically. They're all very rational and peaceful, and they have excellent fairy markings. Members of the Earth Clan, like the Uprium, are solid and snarky humanoids. They're hardest working of all the clans, so we need them to help make roads and buildings. So basically, they're the dwarves. Members of the Fang clan, like Draga, are basically wolves that live in one with the land. They love to fight, they are very good at it. It's said that even we faithful wouldn't be here today if it weren't for the Fang clan fighting for us. As for the Wing clan and the Mir clan as well, there aren't many rumors about the Wing clan, so I don't know very much about them. And the Mir clan used to be the most popular clan in all of Fairy Britain, but then a few years ago, they disappeared along with their entire city. Man, that's interesting. What about the King clan? Do you really want to know, Lace? The King clan is the biggest bunch of good-for-nothings in all the land. The only thing they ever make is trouble. Even though there's only one of them left. She looks down her nose on all other clans, and she's so much better for us. I mean, see, who goes around bragging like sweet innocent country girl? See, this is a country girl about how great her life is in the big city. Oh, so this is where that screenshot came from like that red thing I saw years ago. Compared from this and then to like the Fate Stay Night visual novel. Well, it's not Artoria, unless of course she makes that expression at some point. And then there's some flamboyant clothes she wears. All of her service and her oh so cool plan for her future. I wish she'd just die. Do not mention the King Crown about match again. Sorry, that may not have been a time affair. Please don't forget I said anything. And the King Crown is kind of a special case. See, there's only really one of them. But she's also a kind of protective queen bee type who welcomes anyone who serves her as a King Clan member in her own right. If you ever have the misfortune of meeting her yourself one day, Lancer, you'll see what I mean. Obviously, oblivious to pretty much anyone with eyes. Everything about her, from the way she looks to the way she acts, just screams, yikes, she's a real piece of work. I better not even make eye contact or she'll ruin my whole life. On a different subject. Are you okay, Tristram? You seem on edge for a while now. That's because I am wait. No, it wouldn't be a stretch to say I'm afraid. And at the moment's rest as we went to the town square. The villagers seem to be weak, even if people to the two of you. But while I lack my memories, I do know that they are to be feared by being faithful. Even the fake girl who showed us the way to his house knows some rare mystic. The way they may not have said anything about it, but they have far power beyond any human. Just remember, it would be an easy thing for these fairies to slaughter us if they decide to do so. Oh, how terrifying. I guess you must have served the military at one point, Tristram. I can't even imagine two fairies fighting each other. Maybe I could see it for one of the the soldiers used to serve the queen in a castle. But I was taught that the fairies always resolve their differences through peaceful discussion, no matter what they may be. Well, I suppose it might be the occasional erratic exception for the rule. But there was a single fairy in that square who disliked us. You may be right, I certainly did sense any hostility from them. Of course, they are not dangerous at all. They are also peaceful and almost hard to believe. What? Forgive us, no more prayers, close your eyes. There's not much time left until the veil is fallen. Extinguish the light. Today is the ending farewell. Today, this day too will end forever. Forgive us, forgive our sin. It's too late to do anything now to make sure everything's cleaned up. Looks like it's time for the lights out. Let's pick this up tomorrow. I hate to do anything to upset them after they've been so welcoming to us. Yeah, I think that food says to the food column, so let's do it. Let's see, there must be it's one of those new gas lamps that are all the rage right now. There must be an earthbound fairy or two from Norwich here. I'll have to track them down tomorrow. Anyway, good night, Lancer. Good night, Tristram. You know, it's kind of worried when I first woke up, but I'm glad you two turned out to be good people. Good night, Matt. Huh? Why did you stop? What's that? You don't feel like saying it? I see, well, that makes sense. I must be a very important name to you. Okay, Lancer. These things happen. Okay, good night. For real this time. Good morning, everyone. I've been asked to show you around the village today. Our territory isn't that big, though, so it won't take very long. Cornwall is built on the remains of an ancient city. When the Tamlin defeated the Lord of Cornwall about 200 years ago, the Lord cursed the woods with a fog that would rob the fairies of their memories. This village was abandoned not long after. From here it became the most dangerous area of all prison. Even the Queen will come near it. Nobody will follow you here. In here. So it's basically a penal colony. Ever was a criminal? No, not exactly. This is the territory's home for all kinds of outcast fairies. Fairy whose roles have ended. Fairy who aren't worth anything anymore. Fairy who lost their friends. Fairy who lost their purpose. All we could do now is wait for our lives, our fates to come to an end. Every fairy here is so kind. They much rather help each other than compete with one another. But there isn't much a place for fairy like that in Her Majesty's prison. Dying is much better than having members of your own clan laugh at you or ignore you, or steal from you. So everyone here came to this forest to end things. At least that's what I think. I don't know what to say. Hey, it's Lancer. Man, yesterday was a blast, huh? Anyone who enjoys a good meal as much as you do, it's alright in my book. Hope you're hungry, cuz I've got to be bringing more food back here with me today. I love Dog here. This guy's awesome. Good day, Lancer. I must say your voice is warm as full of life as the spring breeze. Why not try your hand at the song today? I'll even break out my harp for the first time in ages. Oh, I definitely want to listen to Halo play now. Hey, Lancer, let me know if you need any of your clothes mended. Will do, Am. I've still got some cloth from Nordrich left over, and I'll make sure that you look good whenever I look up. The difference in treatment. You certainly are partner, aren't you, Lancer? I mean, I'm much the same boat as myself, but I guess you have that certain genius. No, what is that about you? I'm kind of oblivious when it comes to that sort of thing. So, but I think you're perfectly warranted to Mash. Lancer just had a kind of refreshing aura about him. His presence alone makes things much more fun. But your aura is more warm, bright. I'm not sure what the right word is. I can always say there's something nostalgic about it. It reminds me more of peaceful times. You're spot on. As a matter of fact, my cheerful nature is the only thing I've got going for me. I've long made my point that you keep smiling no matter what the circumstances may be. Thank you so much. That's true. There's nothing better than a smile. Alright, let me show you around the rest of the village. As long as you know our big territory, you won't disappear until the day of endings. Well, that's our village territory, so is there anything else you'd like to know? The neighbor Swiss Fox never comes to this village, right? How big is it outside the village walls? Also, if this village used to be a city, does that mean that there's still a road back inland? And the fog isn't too thick as long as you don't go deep into the woods, but that will stop you from getting lost. And the road back inland is completely overgrown now, so it's all but impossible to find. Let's see, I guess we need to really put our minds to if we ever want to leave these woods. Huh? You want to leave, Mesh? Huh? No, not at all. I just was curious. You wouldn't want to leave either, right, Lancer? I mean, you came to the neighbor's woods out of your own volition, so... I'm not sure. No idea what's going on. You see, that makes sense to me. I feel you three were a little different from the other time we came here. I was even worried maybe you actually end up getting lost by mistake somehow. Well, if that's anything you ever need, please let me know. I'm not good for much of anything besides showing fairies around, but I promise I'll help whatever I can as long as it doesn't get me in trouble. Okay, I think we got the way of the land now. Now it's just the three of us. Shall we get to it, Master? Get to what? Get to what? Oh, silly. You're really an incurable jokester, aren't you? What else could I possibly talk about in a situation like this besides sister skills? Now come on, let's head to forest for a bit and see how good we are. What kind of tactics we saw? Witchcraft is power. As they say, you don't use it. If you don't use it, you lose it. Okay, we're going straight in. Okay, let's go. I actually need to see about borrowing my Mother's fairy figures when it comes time to try to summon for Oberon. I also love how Castor is also called Mash too. No, we don't need it. Might as well just do it for a moment. So why is this really slow? I'm sorry I was so useless. No. I just feel terrible about this. That you have basically no fighting ability must mean you come from such a high social society that you don't need to know your own fighting, so... Oh my gosh, you're son of one of those qualities, Lancer, and here I've been treating you like just like anyone else. I'm so sorry, I mustn't think I have no manners at all. Can we please just forget this ever after? I promise I'll do better. Sorry tomorrow. Please don't worry about it, Lancer. If anything, I'm more concerned than ever. Can't remember why, but I know for sure that this is what you meant to do. You may have been so intimidated by the fairy's physical capabilities last night. You didn't act properly, but that won't happen again. Now I see that you're making a great leader. I was like a winning football coach. You even got to sense that as long as you're here to guide us, everything will somehow work out in the end. Thank you, Mr. Glass. Please just call me Tristram. That's right, we're outcasts. Bunch of losers who can't even pay for the annual excessive tax to keep us in the Queen's reign. It's all just a matter of time until we decide to come here to these woods and get everything we ever wanted to accomplish. But don't worry, there's no need to be afraid. We may escape from the city, but we're all still in the same boat. Soon the calamity will bring everything to an end, and only a few will survive. So we may as well live the rest of our days here in peace. We, all of us, from 6 different classes, live for facilities. We're scared of the Queen. We're scared of the Moors. And most of all, we're scared of ourselves. We're all singing in unison now. That's a lovely song, a simple tempo. To be sure, but there's something strangely interior about it. I want to think as it was as if it did seem so familiar with it. Well, of course they are. They're the kinds of facilities every Coast Guard, and that's what all Fae live for. These are the only times when wind and earthquakes set aside their differences. Well, as long as they don't drink too much anyway. There's some ways to really get drunk on the atmosphere, I guess. Well, I have enough already. Enough already, Lancer? No need to hold back. You only just got here. Or was your journey even harder than we thought? Those marks on their right hand are unusual. They're still command spells, right? There's 3 of them, no less. Damn you, poor thing. Well, don't worry. You can forget all about that now. No one's here gonna force you to do anything. Did good. Hang in there until now, especially one for as twiggy as you are. I'm crying, but why? Come on, don't you get all whippy on me. No, this is okay. Just take as much time the rest of you need. When you get bored, you can help us out with the village stuff. What kind of very although command spells? Yeah, I feel like this is close to remembering something, but I can't quite get there. It's so frustrating. Okay, everyone, settle down, please. That's all for tonight. You can definitely tell what's the time it is because I'm not drunk. Nope, definitely no drunkenness here. Go on. Now go on. It's time to get back to our test before the beasts come out. Don't blame me if you end up getting eaten alive. Marilyn. Dina. Doubleton. We Whipberry can make it back quicker if anyone else. And take responsibility of keeping order to false to us. The most beautiful clan of all. I see that Halo Barroma is just as much of an ass drunk as he is sober. Alright, let's get back home so we can get ready for tomorrow's feast. Later, Lancer. Oh, and we have to show you around the athletic field tomorrow. There's nothing more fun than a good ball game. I guess that's all for today's spoken part then. Although it sounds just like it will pick up back tomorrow. Indeed, now that I understand that we've been welcomed with open arms, I'm enjoying myself quite a lot. Even though you're still having relaxed your grip on that, bow? Yes, well, it seems the old habits too hot die hard. Apparently I used to keep my fingers on my bowstrings, even when I was asleep. I swear, between keeping my ears peeled and reading the wind 24/7, I guess I must really love training. Oh well, I'm sure that any habit can be broken eventually, especially since we should have to fight here. Now come on, Lancer Mash, we should head back to our own time. Hey you! Make sure you clean this place up thoroughly. We're doing this again tomorrow, remember? Yes, sir. You don't want me... do you want me to clean up after everyone, right? Of course I do, idiot. What else could I meant? Can't you do anything on your own? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I promise I'll do my best. What's that? Never mind that, Lancer. Let's just head back to the Tenor Tent. We're still outsiders here, after all. We should get a grasp of the situation before we go poking our nose out in their business. You know I want someone that barely knows telling you how to live your life, right? Even if all the Fae live here are peaceful, we still are not in a strong position. We got nowhere to run if something goes wrong. So we need to be extra cautious here. Is that right? Yeah, I guess you're right. Great, we can ask about it tomorrow. I'm sure wherever seems off to you now, we'll all make an assessment when we talk about it tomorrow. Jeez, this is, yeah, I saw this was gonna be a long chapter, but good grief, we're actually 2 hours in. Then again, this is not a copy or stack of paper long script, so Martin Lancer, did you sleep well last night? I'm sorry, I just can't seem to put my heart into it. Lancer, something about that name doesn't sound right. It's so about out here. What the hell are you doing? You damn good for nothing? Came from the square. Shall we go see what's on Lancer? Definitely. This is awful. We can't possibly put on another feast tonight. Why didn't you do anything? You ate Lancer or something? No, it's just I forgot what I was supposed to do. The next thing I knew, I was mourning and you were all yelling at me. Looks like it happened to her day, Dogma. I guess we're her soul. Ah, forget it. Should've known better than to ask you in the first place. Just go, get lost, and don't ever come back near the village. I want to see your stupid face again. Really, thank you so much for giving me. I hope you'll find me to the next one too. What the fuck? That was mean to her. Oh, hey, Lancer. Yes, there sure is a hit, huh? That fairy girl? Hey, what was her name again? Now I should know, damn it. What was it again? I think she told us that she was first showed up. Pretty sure it was a ho or poo or something stupid like that. What? Is that what it was? I guess she had a name too first. Oh, what? Oh, well, once you start forgetting your own name, even without the bug, you're done for. Don't bother about her, Lancer. Don't want to catch her in a nameless disease. So she doesn't have a name. Is that why you treat her like that? What do you mean? No fairy without a name is worth anything, right? Is that like anyone you miss them if they were gone? Yeah, she doesn't even have a place here. Her tent's outside the village. Yep, our territory is just doesn't have room to spare for her. But I will say I'm impressed she was still alive. She might be getting more banged up every day, but she still got all her arms and legs. Who knows? Maybe she'll get used to some kind of big stuff. Not that she'll do her much good now. I guess not even the beasts of the forest got any interest in nameless meat. Anyway, that's enough about her. Come on, Lancer. Told you we were gonna play football at noon today, right? See you at the FGO. Would you like to do now that they've left for the athletic field, Lancer? Thinking about nameless search. I do have. As the name suggests, there are fairies who have lost their names. Well, they lost their memories of names, so sometimes fairies lose their names on their own. In general, fairies don't age or die like humans and animals. But we are born with our purpose, something we can lose ourselves in. Fairies who lost that purpose will lose their names. And then grow steadily weaker until they die. That's what happened to that girl. It must have been quite some time since she lost her name. I'm sure it is. Fairies tend to shun fairies who have lost their names. Honestly, the fact that she's even allowed inside this village speaks volumes about the fairy's generosity. I know what you're thinking, Lancer, but we can't. If we fire to stay in our tent, we'll really upset the fairies of this village. But the best we can do is visit her home and get rid of anything that might be dangerous. We may not be able to fire her to the village where it's safe, but we could be happy to at least make her home as safe as the village. I knew you'd come through, Mash. Why are you holding my hand? You're shaking my hand to express your gratitude and faith for me, huh? That's a new one on me. But there's something really nice about it. I think this is a custom too, Master. Welcome back, J6. There! I've driven the beast back a bit and opened up some space for the girl. I swear, on my bewitched bow, I won't let them take another step towards her. You hated and loved! What do you hate about them? Thank you, Tristram. I'll take it from here. Hey, you wait for a while right now. First Cersei, this is nice. That's good.
負けないぞ。もちろん。やります。もちろん。
First Cersei,
そこだ。
oh damn, that's good. It's like, what spooks did you get for Zerks though? Like, hopefully at least a 5-star. And then
宝具起動。我が弓よろしい。痛みを歌い、嘆き
we turn it to flat. Well, hopefully, flat is good place. So.
おとなしくなさい。振りが落ちます。
Can't remember if you had perks though.
今のうちに準備。白兵戦行きます。
よろしく。
Oh, it flies into 2.
宝具
負けないぞ。
死をもって贖いを。殺戮をもって収束。
Well, at least that's yeah. I mean, flat is actually a good MP level now.
ありがとうございます。
And you're just one way for like MP5 her. Like getting her spooked in a circle. Oh, that's understandable. Did you get at least some of the fairies though? Like Fairy Tristan and Fairy Gawain. Cruel as it may be, I made sure to aim for spots that would have been extra painful. Well, at least that's good. Hopefully this will teach the RP that this part of the forest is dangerous. I agree, it seems like the best way to go. No Tristan, which is funny because she's... Yeah, it's kind of weird. I got Tristan MP free today, and yet no Gawain or Morgan. So I got the servant that I didn't get, and you get the service that I didn't get. At any rate, it's amazing shooting, Tristan. Are you sure you don't remember being a soldier or maybe a hunter? Anyway, the king you used to serve must have been really proud to have you. Yes, well, I'm certainly hope so. That's weird. I guess sense any magical energy when he pucks his heart. Does that mean he's around the blink height? But then it doesn't seem like enough magical energy for that. You gonna head back? Okay. Thanks for dropping in J6 and glad your rolls turned out. Are you okay? Huh? What's going on? Did you do that for me? Yes, we did. Lancer assisted on checking up on you. Are you alright? Did those beasts hurt you before we got here? Oh, no. I'm fine. I'm used to this sort of thing. Is there something more that I can do for you? I already showed you around the village yesterday. We wanted to thank you for all your help yesterday. You were so kind to us that we thought at least we could do is make your home safe from peace. That's so nice of you. It makes me so happy. I guess this means I really am useful then. I'm so happy to hear that. As long as I was useful. Oh, I know. Bless you. Good fortune. Return to, I'm sorry, I forgot to other class blessings. I don't have a tent, so stuff I could do to you to turn. Really? Ah, did I really go already give you some kind of flowers I picked up this morning and just forget it? That's it. Tristan, why don't you go back to the village without me? I'm gonna put a battlefield on to ward off beasts, but it's gonna take some time. Oh, well, then we'll stay here until you're done too. Those beasts could come back anytime, so Lance and I can protect you while you're put up a battlefield. No, that's okay. I'll hand the beast alone if it comes to that. I see. Well, if you're sure. Alright. Is that all right with you, Master? If you say so, Mash. Alright, I'll see you two later then. Have fun with our fairies. Yeah, I guess we're gonna be playing football. There, Altan, you won't have to worry about beasts come for you here anymore. Well, at least for a few weeks anyway. It's only a magecraft, not Sarkman, so it won't last forever. But at least for the 3 weeks, you'll be able to rest easily knowing you're safe. Magecraft, mysterious power the Queen uses. I didn't know you could use it too, Mash. Using magecraft, the hot new thing out in the outside world now? I don't know about that. I mean, half of my magecraft is stuff I already taught myself. Besides, this stuff is kind of the way I ran it in the first place. I mean, me, save printed with magecraft like this. That's just not possible. Mash? I'm so sorry for asking something I should have. Don't be, I was just a bad habit of mine. You're not the reason I was feeling sad now. Do me a favor and just forget about it, please. More importantly, I think it might be better if you moved away from that village. It's not the other fairy's fault necessarily. You're just not a good fit for it. What about Salisbury? No wait, they're hostile to wind fairies with damaged wings there. How about Norwich? You know, they say fairies and humans live side by side there. And who knows, maybe you'll find the humans a good fit for you. Maybe you'll even find a new purpose too. Thank you, but I'd rather stay here. Even if I did find a new purpose, I still won't have a name. I think it must have be exhausted. Nothing ever goes right for me. No matter what I do or what help I receive. I must be been so dependent of myself that even I forgot the most important thing of all, my name. So I don't need to go anywhere. Here, nobody will be angry at my own self. Nobody will blame me for being a terrible fairy who wasted her life, unable to fulfill her purpose. But I'm really sad. Not because the other fairies of the village hates me, but because I can't remember my purpose anymore, or my name. I see, I guess not having a name is really a terrible thing. In that case, what about this? I just came up with an idea now, but... Thank you, Mash. This is the happiest I've ever been in my life. Oh, come on now, you're just being nice. I see. I'm very happy that you're happy. Still, don't forget this little secret. If the villagers find out, we'll both get in trouble. I'm sure they'll say something like, even the village of outcasts has rules. Or Carmel doesn't need any weird makeup customs. That's true. You might not know by looking at it, but... Oh, Bar really actually used to be an aide to Lady Aurora. Even now, he still admires the elegant fairy way of life. I really love that about him. I feel the same way. He might act all high and mighty, but I can tell the way he really cares about the village. Oh gosh, I didn't realize I've been talking for so long. You better get back to the village. I'll come again tomorrow, okay? Meantime, enjoy your peaceful night's sleep. I will. Bye, Mash. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Huh. Oh, what just happened? Why is my eye hurt so much? Where's the puddle I can use to remove it? Now, what's going on with my eye? Huh? I see, so I've turned dark. I guess I'm done for now. And just when I thought something finally worked out for me. Wait. Those creatures. So there were fairies that forgot their names, didn't they? Slept like a baby last night. Good morning. It may be a shame to not have a banquet, but there's an upside. We got to go a bit earlier. So what about... What would you like to do today? If you don't have anything in particular in mind, I'd like to go outside to village again myself. First I need food, I'm really hungry. Oh, darn, now I'm actually feeling hungry. Huh? You're hungry? Oh, good morning, Master. I'm sorry we couldn't give you a welcome you served last night. Fortunately, we were able to make up tonight, so I do hope you're looking forward to it. Is something wrong? You don't seem yourself. It's okay. I just need to eat. Is there any food we can have here? Huh? You're really hungry because you don't have anything to eat? Huh. Don't be ridiculous. Need to eat. It's not like you're human or something. Wait. You're serious, you know? Now that you mention it. I can't believe it. I never thought such a thing could be possible. Oh. Everyone, I have big news. Lancer's human! We have an unregistered human here with us! Huh? Come on. It's too early to nonsense. There's no way a human can be here all by us. Oh, Chucky, take a look. It's not that his wings were torn off. He never had them to begin with. Hurry, come quick. We can't let him get out to the woods. Oh my goodness, I feel terrible about this. If only we realized sooner. I'm even more sorry we didn't give you the kind of welcome you serve, Lancer. But don't worry, we're going to make up for it right now with a really fun welcome party. Haha! What a wonderful day this is! Let me see. Oh wow, you're right. That really is human! A human! A human! Hooray! No one... They're being around me is so happy. This is great. Now we have... Not have to worry about turning into morons. Why do I get to sense I'm in trouble? Oh no, I fell with Scott. Be careful, Lancer. If you tell him you're hungry, too late. You're human too, aren't you? You don't have wings or command spells. How about the guy with the harp? Is he human? No way. He's a fairy. That's right. He didn't eat anything, but who cares? Just put him with the others. It's easier that way. Here, Lancer and Master Tristram. Please let us show you the best shot in town. From now on, you'll be staying in a town square right in the middle of the village, and there's so much to do. You don't know where to begin. What the fuck? Well, it's been half a day since we, backed in this tent without so much of a word of expression. How's the food they've been bringing you every hour, Lancer? We're not allowed to go out. There's our fairies guarding the outside of the census ship. This isn't a welcome party. We are prisoners. Do you know why this happened to us, Smash? Because Lancer is human. I'm thinking about it. I'm a little surprised myself seeing how you enjoyed that fruit. Should have realized that did, but I haven't seen many humans either. Are you human too, Mash? I'm not entirely sure. I think I'm a fairy, but I also feel like it'd be called a human-like at one point or another. But never mind that now. Right now, we need to focus on the situation at hand. You might think that they're giving Master a more reception now, but it's only going to get heated up as time goes on. Really? Even more than this? Yes, really. You see, humans are very important sources of sustenance for fairies. Just having a human nearby makes them happier, almost like a mental balm. But these days, human population is carefully managed by the Queen, leaving the lower class fairies without any humans for themselves. In fact, the fairies in this village wound up came here because they didn't have humans. So, if nothing else, I'm sure they'll take good care of you, Lancer. But yay! Humans! Humans in the village! And not the effective ones from the rebel army are ones made for the Queen. Real high quality humans. This is so great. We'll have to keep us safe so that they don't get hurt. We'll have to figure out what they eat too. They say you can't give them nuts and fruits. Humans like meat, right? We'll have to go hunt some meat in the woods. Man, I'm jealous of the guards. Can't wait until it's my turn. I just want to be near them. I want to make them laugh, make them uncomfortable, make them cry. I want to comb their hair, pull off their fingers, and skin them alive. Simply that's a sound. As Demon Lord, I think I'll pass. Too bad there are only two of them. No fair that our bar gets to decide who goes first. We'll never get a piece of them anyway. Just so you know, I'm gonna mess up. Yeah, we should probably chop them up into pieces. And share them with everyone. I'll take the left eye and you can take the right. Of the right. Yeah. I'll have the right finger, you can take the middle finger. How about I give you both the middle finger? I'm getting the fuck out of this place before you do any of that shit. Yay! That way, everyone can at least have a piece. Hey! What do you guys think you do? It's not your turn yet. Go back to your tents. And don't try anything with faster. You should see him on the athletic field. He used his head to score a goal. His head! I've never even seen anyone play with a football like that. He's really irritating, lad. As long as he's around, we're gonna have more fun than we ever... You talk too much, Dark, bro. We don't need talkers. Hey! Brad, the guy was a bit of an ass, but it was still fucking fun. We can't help ourselves. There's only two of them. Only two of them. Let's chop them up and share them with everyone. Let's chop them up and share them with everyone. But we can only... But we're the only ones that are gonna get to share. The only Fang... The Fang Crime's gonna keep them all to ourselves. The Earth and Wind Crimes talk too much. Let's get to them before they get to us. Oh shit. We got fucking infighting. I'm not sure exactly, but the pairs seem to be fighting amongst themselves now. I suspect something to do with the different clans wanting to keep you all to yourselves. The way is... The why is important now, though. They're more obviously not safe here. We need to leave right away. What about the guards? Let's head out inland. Once we get through this village, we can make our way into the hilly area. From there, there's a highway, and once we get there, we can talk about where to go next. But first, we need to do something about the guards outside. Unfortunately, I thought you and I alone would be a match for them. Remember, these fairies are all very powerful. There's only no way a human could. Oh. Oh, good. You're still okay. Thank goodness. I noticed something was off in the village this morning, so I've been keeping an eye on things from afar. It's awful out here. First, everyone is starting on each other, and now they're starting fighting. Huh? Halo Barra is going to do his best to calm everyone down, but I don't think it'll work. Hey! Keep an eye on this there tent. Don't let anyone near it. I know that we killed all the Wind Clan bastards, but there's still some Fang out there. Ain't no way that we're going to let some veggie lovers take a human away from us. We're going to divide them up before they evenly belong to Earth Clan. So loose, Master. They're not the fairies you knew anymore. They're being driven by their wild bloodlust. Come with me. I can get you out here for the weekend, stitching in the cloth where I stuck in. You want to get out here into the woods, right? Then please trust me. I know a way inland. Now come on early. Those are the Earth Clan fairies. They look nothing like they used to. How does this satisfy me? I do. What do I see now but the devil? Stop this, Tristan. You can't put your heartburn out. They'll hear us. Oh. Hey, did you just hear something? Maybe one of the Wind Clan bastards survived. Go see. Grom, go check it out. The rest of us will head to the tent. Crush their legs first. That'll keep them from running. I'm so sorry. My fingers moved before I realized what I was doing. Anyway, yes, we need to get out of here to the village. I'll bring up the rear. That's right, everyone. Please follow me. I love the expression of this fairy. Definitely looks beautiful. Yes, this is it. Once you get across these hills, you'll be far enough inland. Are you okay? I know we've been running non-stop. Okay, I'm managing. Indeed, there's only two fairies after us, but it seems as we lost them after we crossed the first hill. They must have gotten lost in the fog. I guess that time you spent living outside the forest must have paid off. Thank you, sir, showing us the way. You've been a huge help. Are you sure about this? Now that you've helped us escape, that doesn't mean that you never go back to that village. Yes, it does. But please don't worry about that, Mash. My home is safe now, thanks to you. Now, please don't worry about me. You need to leave the forest as soon as possible. Go on. Go, quickly before the villagers find you. I have to put more distance between you and them. What's that mark on your face? What? What mark? I can smell on the wind now. It's just supposed to get as old silver earth. Soon we'll be out of the woods, and not much longer. The beautiful Britain, you haven't changed a bit. You're just as remember when I had a name. Almost there, just a little more. I see the stuff of it, and that is me to the last hill. Once we cross it, we'll be out of these woods. Thank you. We've never made us this far without. What's wrong? Oh gosh, are you okay? Are you hurt? Why don't you take a little? Shut up! Just shut up! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! It hurts! It hurts! It hurts so damn much! It's been hurting for all these 100 years I've been spent alone. They kept forcing me to do things I couldn't do. Hundreds of years of endless frustration. Nobody ever helped me before. Nobody ever noticed me before. So why do I have to be... Do you have to be kind to me now? Now when it's already too late. You idiots! You're idiots! Have you already not figured out yet? I tricked you! The only reason I brought you out here is so I could keep you all to myself. Why else would I be doing this? Why did I? Knew it. Get ready, Tristan Lancer. She's not a fairy anymore. She's a horse now. Just a thing that can no longer speak or listen. It's the dark source that fouls on the world just by existing it. It's British curse, and it's deaf to fairies. Poor fairy.
はい。ここで待つ。吠えても無駄です。はっ。よろしい。
There we go.
あれはいつか見た終わりの星。どれほど遠く汚れても私は星を探すのです。さあ幕を開けてアラウンドカリバーン。痛みを歌い嘆きを奏でるベイルこれが私のやつと。
This guy really likes it. Really likes throwing shit, doesn't he? Okay, well now it's like it's time to put this in. Oh, goodness. That way they don't want to suffer anymore. Okay, then it just disappeared.
ひとまず勝利です。
Kind of interesting. Got her, but be careful, Lancer. She's not done yet. But she's not trying to attack anymore. Is she trying to tell us something? Pardon me. I hope you don't mind. Didn't want to make you free per her misery. As I know more as well, I should be the one to do that. Do what was necessary. That Reaper strike came from behind us, like the wind. And there's something familiar about them. Sorry about that. You're free now. May you find peace in your next life. No, wait. You're... Hey there, Drakasak. Nice to meet you. Sorry it took so long to get here. Then again, I guess that's pretty confusing, too, considering the look on your face. A king doesn't typically introduce himself, but none of my attendants are here, so I suppose I don't have much of a choice. I am Oberon, a heroic spirit summoned here by humanity. I am the one and only servant in all this lost spell who's destined to help you. And most of the people know me as Oberon, the Fairy King. What do you think? Pretty cool, right? Most people know me as Oberon, the Fairy King. What do you think? Pretty cool, right? Oh, I think we're starting to gain our memories back. Name's Drakasak, and yours is... Indeed, you're Drakasak, Master of Shadia. And I am Tristan, Knight of the Bewitched Bow, the Child of Sadness. At last, I finally remember everything. As for you, Mash, your name's not really Mash. Oberon, not Merlin? Merlin? Oh, I'm sorry, you're just not exactly what I was expecting. But you look so much like someone I was thinking about, and threw me off for a moment. At any rate, I remember who I am now, too. My name is Castor. Altura Castor. Oh, but that's the kind of mouthful, isn't it? Really, Castor's just my name in the village I'm from, so please call me Altria. I believe it to see you got your name back. Now, we better hurry. You better get caught. You're fine again. Go on. Get going. See those trees over there? That's your goal. First, you should all see what Britain really like. After that, we'll have plenty to talk about. We really did get out of these woods. Agreed. Let's go, Drakasak. It's time you saw the Twilight Island home of so many fairies. The utopia of the one earth and life, blessed by song and rain. The Isle of Britain. Damn. Oh, that is actually a nice scenic masterpiece here. I'll work with it too. Yeah, they definitely are afraid of these people enough to bait all this shit. You could pay up like $1 million, that's probably so enough to how captivating that all is. There we go. Oh, now we got the OSC. Ah, that's weird. Scotland's would be up there. Fragment 1. Alright. Meanwhile, several days after she got separated from Drakasak, the girl managed to make it out of the name of her own accord ahead of others. What was the difference was in her innate servant ability, simply the stroke of good luck? Never, in fact, she was simply swept along with the Moors' current and unceremoniously spat out as fine. Oh, she's out of the iron tracks and back in her ring room. Alakama speaks for herself. Deprive her of straight her equipment in pieces, and she can only collapse by the highway. This is bad, very bad. If she stays there too long... Uh-oh, goblins. See? What did I tell you? I knew there would be one or two around this time of year. Check it out. Premium Wind Fairy. This will keep us fed for the whole winter. This will be easy pickings for slave hunters who prey on fairies and wander out in the woods. Boy, get the collar on her before she wakes up. I don't know who she is, but it won't matter once we sell her. We'll make a bundle when she gets a nice warm bed. Too. To keep her company. Now that's what I call a win-win. A wolf! There's a wolf here! But fortunately, Faye had Iron Blaster. No wonder she's my favorite. That fluffy guy next to her is Sage Grim, the White Fang. Those folks won't get near, not with him around. Eh. Oh crap, she's white and it looks like really strong suit. We're dead. Who are you? No wait, why would Cyclops on the ground? Phew, she doesn't remember anything. Hey there, young lady. We just, you know, a group of kindly takers. So job is to help out any fairies that collapse on the side of the road. Yeah, that's it. We're here to help you. Now go on, get in our cart, and it's the latest model from Norwich. It's way better than walking. One of us will sort out 2 spots. That way, 2 can relax, so only one has to work. But hey, don't you worry. You're our valuable. I mean our guests, and we'll never make you pull a cart. Now, what are we gonna call you? Say, what do you think of Anarithris, bros? Does that sound like a great name for her? You mean you're gonna go? Oh, you mean you're going with Ulrich? I like you, so well, I guess that's a little chance to face it with her. Sounds good to you, Anarithris. Now. Go on, try standing up. Here, hold on to me if you need. Besides, you don't want to be lying on the ground too long. Or the giant caterpillars are gonna eat you right up. Okay, thank you. Well, what's the fall of that metal? She's got an iron shield and armor. And what's this? A caster? Damn, you think she's one of the Queen's Knights, seeing how she's able to get all these weapons? You guys sure this is a good idea? What if the Queen kills us? Huh, you're still a big scary guy, aren't you? What? Don't worry about it. Even if she's one of the Queen's Knights, who cares? It doesn't matter if she can remember anything. Yeah, what's gonna happen if she doesn't even know her own name? And if she does have a place to call home, what's wrong with taking her to a new one? As our merchandise, of course. The three fairies exchanged a knowing-looking chuckle. And so she and all her things would wound up in a cart with not a clue who she was. The cart began heading north towards the garden, beginning another separate journey. But all that aside... Hey, the wolf's still following us. What are we gonna do, brothers? You really want to mess with his like? They say if you kill one, you'll all become ours. Guess we'll just have to let him tag along too. Maybe we can sell him off for with the girl. Don't worry, these fairies won't be having much luck as long as they're intimidating fairy friends around. Yeah, sorry, you're not selling Match into Slavery. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna be right back, guys. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. Also, feel free to check out the new Be Right Back over it too. Let's go with Arashigil! Yeah, sorry, you're back, guys. All praise Eresh. Of course, watch someone equip that and then send it to the commander. Imagine one of those existing, at least they go with. Oh, thanks, Jason. And I wouldn't consider myself a role model, but I guess how's that standing? Is this better, Jakester? I'm standing. Okay.
Yeah, man.
I agree.
No.
Oh my, no, I forgot that,
Come on!
I
Caster!
forgot that she's now data lost.
Not the caster.
Oh.
Oh, I do have
It's Marie. Hey, it's Lord Doom's waifu.
I think I have RP5 already.
That's not bad, actually.
Let's not Viva La France.
Berserker! Berserker!
Oh, are you serious?
Oh!
Oh,
no!
Who
It's Pen. Hold on.
Come on.
Number 5.
Come on.
5 stars still alive.
Berserker! 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 Assassin!
What'd you get? Oh my god, he pulled Cleo!
He pulled Cleo!
Oh, well, hey. He just left!
Okay, yeah. You set the Berserker. Oh. Okay. I'm back, guys. Now let's keep going. Okay, so okay. Beautiful, isn't it? This is the center of the British Lost Spell. See that super ominous castle-looking thing over there? That's Camelot. These days, Britain is divided in north and south regions, and Camelot sits between them. Most people live here. In the southern central area, the 4 main cities in this region are celebrated: the Great Cathedral, Norwich, the nearest port town, and Gorchester, the city of fashion, and Oxford, the Great Dining Hall. Each of the cities run by the head of a fairy clan. Where the Mash and the Fishy are? Huh? I see. So, there were others from Shadia with you. I'm very sorry, but you were the only one I managed to find. And as you can see, I'm just right here. Tracking you down was the best I could do. But that leads nicely to my next point. Can you tell me what this Mash of yours looks like? As long as I know what she looks like, I can have Bianca look for her. Bianca, you know, who's that? Did you just say you were alone? Oh, right. Here, let me introduce you. Pretty cute, right? I talk with her a lot. I guess you could call her my friend. Anyway, she's a very neat, smart, and above all, she's a hard worker. If anyone can track down Mash, she can. Okay, now that's settled, how about you start by sharing what... Oh, we know Nora. Can you tell me your story and I'll tell you mine? You know Russ. I see, so you conquered the 5 lost spells thus far. And while you were originally planning to come to Britain, you, Mash, and Leonardo and Tristan wound up coming here to investigate this collapse. But then after all 4 you land here, you got separated from in the Nobles Woods. And that's unfortunate, no. I'm sorry I couldn't be more helpful. I had no idea you weren't the only ones lost. If I'd only be more attentive back then, maybe I could have tracked down Mash and Leonardo as well. But I was so excited about finding you that I forgot about everything else. Huh, for the time being, there's only one thing that we should check. Mash, is your contracted server, right? You should have magical energy connected with her. If it's still active, then we can at least know she's alive, even if we don't know yet where she is. How about it? Can you check her on that for us? Connection's still active. Great, then all we have to do now is find her. And for Leonardo, she's certain right. Now I'm sure she's alive and kicking too. Virtually, the fairies here can tell the difference between their fellow faithful and servants. So as long as they're not human, they should be able to build too much danger. So let's just say calm and trust them to handle themselves. Next is Atria. Is there something you would like to say to me? No, not right now anyway. I'm still trying to wrap my head around everything I just heard about Shadia, proper human history, the last bus, and so on. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting back to service, heroic spirits. Is that like a human turning into a fairy after they die? And you both said, both you and Tristan, Tristan, are service yourselves. That's right. If you want to know more about heroic spirits service, I am sure Drakasak here will be happy to fill you in on the way. Between a resident of this last spell, you and Master for proper human history, it's a great. It was a guest in this world. You two should be able to catch up with, almost on the way. You said, does that mean you have a destination in mind, Oberon? I do. Indeed, when you're trying to track someone down, the big city is your best bet. Besides, you and Drakasak both need to get used to the way things work here at Fairy Prison. So our next step is Salisbury, the biggest city in the south. There you'll find food, clothing, and shelter, everything you need. Really. It's just about a full day's walk here. And I know you're up and up at night. But do you think you can make it there, make the trek? You know, have time to sit around and rest. No, let's not be hasty. How about you know how you must feel? But like I said, now's the time to take it. Remember, Brit is a big place, so if you push yourself too hard, you'll run out before we find Mash. Don't worry, we can tell she's okay because you're her master, right? Well, in my own intuition, it's telling me she's perfectly safe too. And I'm the Fairy King, so that means that there is something. So let's start with Salisbury and figure out the rest from here. Salisbury, huh? What should I do? It might be kind of dangerous to go back now. But I can also can't leave Drakasak to fend for herself. Plus, I don't care what this upright guy says. He really seems a lot like Merlin. Would it be okay if I kind of go on to Drakasak? I know I mistakenly went by Mash's name for a while there. But I want to know more about you. And, oh, right. Proper human history. Right, of course not. Oh gosh, what am I saying? Of course you wouldn't mind a country bumpkin like me tagging along, huh? You're shaking my hand again? Does that mean it's okay? With utter. Oh yes, now that's lovely friendship. It's definitely on pins and needles back in Cornwall, but it seems like not interfering was the right choice after all. The theatrical chairs, I believe, is the most part to say now that the actors have placed the real story can begin. Child 1 won't be enough. Child of Prophecy 1 won't get there in time. So we need both to defeat the mighty Morgan. Yeah, it's very sketchy here. Alright. Okay, we need foreigners in here. Since we're dealing with Circers, let's see. I'm actually amazed we can actually bring MASH here. Alright. Okay, I really need to actually get Hokusai's pin skill up. Ah, the prophecy was true. That girl is our star of hope. She will be our salvation. She will be the path for forgiveness. She's our savior, who drifted into the shores with a ship full of treasure. She's the one who will hear the voice of paradise and chant the promised name. Ah, dear Altria, may you grow to the age of 16, healthy and strong. May the Queen's soldiers never find you. One day you will go on a journey to ring the 6 spells and save all of Britain. A journey welcome to our true king. Chester, Salisbury, Oxford, Northwich, Orkney. We may not know where the 6th spell is, but we are confident you'll find it. The staff of selection associate, you are the fairy princess Lonely Hope. Now go on. Hurry, 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 hurry. Hurry and greet your 16th birthday. We have the complete faith in you. The village is up for the executioner squads right here. Hold your head high, grip your staff time now. It's time to begin your journey, Altria. Remember, no matter what anyone says, you are unquestionably the child of prophecy. You're the splitting image of her. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I'm so weak. I'm sorry I can't live up to your expectations. I'll do my best, I promise, as much as I can. Sleeping alright, Altria? Huh? Oh, no, I was asleep. I just remember Tristan playing his harp and then... how this saddens me. I was merely trying to smooth your exhaustion. But I cannot help but notice you didn't seem to care for music, my liege. I mean, me. Altria. I'm sorry. I'm just not used to hearing music. But really, it did help me fall asleep peacefully. I'd love to if you play again when it was bedtime. Ouch, you and me made Altria. Not... no bard wants to be told his music puts people to sleep. Well, if you put them to sleep in a good way. Hey, you can't blame her. We've been walking non-stop nearly all day, and we're all exhausted. That's why we're camping out here tonight, before we make our way to Salisbury tomorrow morning. And, Altria, can you put up a battlefield to keep the wild animals away, right? I hate to ask this since you've been sleepy, but would you mind? Oh yes, of course. Okay, I'll be back soon. Now then. I know we told Altria that proper human history is like the parallel world to Britain, but of course, that's not the whole truth, is it? The truth is, proper human history is the rightful historical timeline, and is fundamentally incapable of this world of very Britain. As a child, you have to erase the last most to serve humanity's future. And now that you're trying to come up with a way to tell Altria this without hurting her too badly. Yeah, I doubt, but... I see, suppose you have to trade the people of 5 lost most already. Damn, I usually pride myself on being an excellent conversationalist, but even I'm having trouble coming up with the right words to heal the wounds of your heart. So now, the best I could do is offer some words of consolation. Okay, it's okay, Draconosoc. This last spell won't fall to your hand. By your hand. Remember, it's already falling apart on your son. If anything, I say you're doing it a favor. A favor? Yes, indeed. Human history simply can never prosper in the prison of loss of Britain. It's flawed world that is always destined for destruction. History took a dreadfully wrong turn here. The only problem is that is threatening to take proper human history down with it is when it all goes to pot. That's why you guys, guys like us for proper human history, have to do whatever we can to save it. And that means defeat anyone who's been ruining it from high over 2,000 years. High Queen Morgan. Hold on, did you say Morgan as in that Morgan? Yep, that Morgan. The same one who proved to be King Arthur's ultimate Achilles heel as the proper human history, even after he died out of prison. The extraordinary witch who lured King Arthur into countless traps so she could take Camelot for herself. And then the mother of Mordred, the treacherous knight, the child of King Arthur who proved to be his downfall. She's the one who ultimately destroyed Britain, and here, she's the famous Britain's ruler. She will bring it all to ruin. Let's see, I think you should use to properly refer to as the Lost Bells King. Morgan. Anyway, based on everything you told me, it sounds like Morgan is behind the outside worlds, and I'm not. So, as long as you can defeat her, that should end the threats to proper human history. After that, you can just leave the place to his fate. Whether she falls apart or puts itself back together, you won't need to feel bad about it. Look over there. What was its Lost Bells needs to survive again? A tree of this. Well, I'm guessing that world tree, that giant ash over there, is beyond the sea, isn't it? And I can see it's been dead for a long time, so the Lost Bells definitely hasn't gone long left. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, it went up in flames not too long ago. Then just died out just quickly as it started. I wonder what was that about anyway. Anyway, I think it's enough talk for tonight. Don't want to overdo the info dump. So if you don't remember anything else we talked about tonight, at least remember this. Defeat the High Queen Morgan, roared the fairy prison. Nice and simple, right? As for the rest, I'll tell you once we reach Salisbury. Once you see Fairy City yourself, I think you have a much better handle on what life in Britain was. Oops, sorry, Rook, but we got monsters. Get ready to fight, Dragonsok. I'm sorry, I accidentally skipped a couple steps and I was making a battlefield. And I ended up summoning a pack of wild birds by mistake. Can you please help out? I never thought the day would come when my liege would beg me for help. I mean, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting she's not the King Arthur, I know. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Me too. It's such an honor to actually, it makes me feel sorry for the other knights at the round table. Here they come. Be careful, Dragonsok. Britain's beasts are not to be trifled with. We'll do, Overon. Okay, yeah, I need to remember how to use FGO properly.
下法には下法、お任せください。確定の無理は星を得ません。
Alright, there we go. Yeah, actually,
こんなにつまらないものに神なるものはご就寝ですって。作り変えるで全部作り変える。この星月夜にあたぼうよ。神妙ならはてみんなガードを改め一戦いたこったな。気合十分。ぜひともふんぐるいふんぐるいオンそじりしたそうだ。
yeah, I actually need to realize something. I need to actually let some of this. Probably need a, like, probably around July or something, like after we go through like all these. Get through the story at least, or like you get to the time gate, I'll probably just have a stream where I just sit through and actually just figure out like what I need to get.
イグナトゥフルトゥ君が我その真髄を宿す
Because yeah, it's like because well, boxes are gonna be coming up at some point. So.
クリフォーライゾン
And I need to figure out how many boxes I actually farm for. Because yeah, it's like a lot of QP and like a lot of like skills I need to get up. Well, that and also like try to get out of Boo Gym Hell for good for this time. Yay, we won! No, we trust him. Man, that feels so good. This makes me happy. This is the first battle I've won. Handily, at least it's being summoned. Yeah, I haven't had much luck to the guy. Indeed, this may not be a match for fairies, but Diamic beasts like these, no match for a round table. I see, you're already as strong as enough to handle Myrrh of Night Crows without much trouble, huh? Very nice! That's even better than I was expecting. Listen, your foe may not be practically strong, but its rage is exceptional. You're clearly well suited for battles against large groups. With you on our side, I bet we could win no matter how unnumbered we may be. And as for you, Altera, you're much more of a wild card than you look. Is that a strange tool in your hand? With your handmade, a rare weapon? Like that, it would be effective against the opponent who's never seen it before, especially as a distraction. And above all, your summons are fascinating, Rikazak. Temporary summoning heroic spirits to aid in battle. I had no idea it was such a flexible and powerful way to fight. Human magecraft really doesn't tend to work very well against fairies, but summoning heroic spirits definitely is an exception. The only problem with that is how long you can last, given the incredible demands that you stand with magical energy is your luck. Plus, it seems that the longer the battle lasts, the more toll it takes on you. But as long as you're careful about that, you should be able to handle it fair enough. Wait a minute, human magecraft? You can use magecraft Draconic? Guess good, but yeah. Gosh, I'm sorry, it's just a little taken back. You see, magecraft isn't really used much in Britain. Basically, it's fairies and forest ornaments without any help from basic magecraft spells or mysticos. So magecraft is here unnecessary at best and only practiced by weirdos at worst. In fact, it's totally if you tell people you use magecraft here, they'll tend to look at you all funny and ask you why you go for all trouble. I see, you did have a point. Fairies do simply have no need for magecraft. And since Britain is a land dominated by fairies, that would mean magecraft effectively worthless here. Why you use it then? Oh man, after everything I just said, you really went to there, Draconic. Now. Be honest question, Arthur. Do you know he didn't mean anything by that, right? Anyway, you don't have to answer if you're right or not. It's you, Draconic. I suggest you wait for a fair time before bringing this up again. Anyway, I think we might have got instructed for the main purpose. Now that we got this cap set up, we should use it to get a good night rest. I'm sure there's more you'd like to know about Jigarasak, but why don't we save that for tomorrow? Fortunately, there are none of the Queen's soldiers, no Moors, and there's no rebel army around here. And once we do wake up in this morning, there's only another hours walk to Salisbury, where we can be able to have much more in-depth conversation. After all, if you're going to have a fun discussion, you should save it for a nice, relaxing place, right? It's true. Yeah, gotta love how beautiful this place looks. And that's just the World Series history up until 2017. Well, it's others. Worlds really do exist. England, Scotland, Ireland. And you said there are other countries beyond the Isles too, like France and Italy? I can't even imagine so many different countries and the cultures of people. Sounds like you come from a really wonderful world. Britain without the fairies, huh? That sounds like a nice change of pace. Well, from where Drakahasak is sitting, I imagine he finds this spirit full of fairies and quite to change the pace. I do have to correct you on one thing though. It's not that there aren't any fairies at all in proper human history where Drakahasak comes from. Well, mystics are definitely have faded since the AD era began. Fairies are still around, although of course there are far fewer of them, and they don't reveal themselves to humans as much. Heck, I'm a very heroic spirit myself. Aren't you from A Midsummer's Night's Dream, right? Written by William Shakespeare, the English greatest playwright, and it may be one of the most famous stories about fairies. It's basically about love, square between humans. But two of the most important characters are Oberon, King of the Fairies, and his queen, Titania. In the story, Oberon wants Titania to give him one of her pages. So he hatches a plan involving a potion that will cause the drinker to fall in love with the first living thing that they see upon waking. But two humans end up taking it by mistake, and causing them to forget about the person they love. The mistake would be their fate with someone else. Well, without going into too much detail, it all wraps up in nicely in the end. It's all the sort of comedy of errors focused on love and miscommunication you see everywhere. But unfortunately for me, it became so popular that it kept being retold for generations. Thanks to that, the world of fairy now is with mischievous Puck and a narrow-minded King Oberon. So at least that one says it might be the most famous fairy in all the world. If you had never read it before, you should give it a shot once you get back to Shadia. It does paint the most fire picture of me, unfortunately, but never mind that. Just to be clear, I swear I wasn't trying to make you trouble, okay? I'm just a plot device, really. Only there to get to the romantic hijinks growing. So then, does that mean you're a fictional character, Oberon? Is that even possible for someone with figures defined as that to become a servant? No, that it isn't. William Shakespeare's A Midnight Summer Dream is indeed how he is best known. Legends of Oberon Fairy King have existed in Europe long since ancient times. Perhaps the most notable is a poem about him from the 15th century before William Shakespeare's time, where he is described as the king of fairies who can use magic to make any wish come true. Really, I didn't know about that one. The point is, the character was inspired by an existing mom, and that mom must have become the base for my servant born. Which it comes first, who knows? Just another version of a chicken and egg problem. What about Titania then? Oh, she's also South Shakespeare. There are no legend in fairy history about anybody by that name. The name Titania probably came from the Titans of Greek mythology. Oberon in the Midsummer Night's Dream is pretty much self-centered after all. You could never find a lady who would tolerate him. So Shakespeare had to make one up. yeah, pretty much. But I digress. Sorry for wasting our time. Salisbury is just up ahead. Don't worry about the guards, I'll handle them. All you have to do for you to do is stay quiet, okay? And my face is basically a free pass into the city. Alright, one more thing. Do not tell anyone your names, even if they ask and you can't fully answer, make something up. We don't need anyone else finding out you're human, and you never know who might be listening. Hold on, instead of just alive to fairies, I heard that their eyes can see through falsehoods. So if we try to avoid lying whenever possible. Oh, don't worry, these fairies don't have powers like that. Don't know if they lost them thanks to all this prosperity, or if they threw them all away in order to be prosperous. However, right, they definitely can't tell the truth from lies anymore. The only way you can tell if you're dealing with a good person or not is when everyone's being said and done. How else could someone as evil as Morgan have stayed on top of this world for so long? No, that is a very huge cathedral. Huh. How wide is it me? The air here is different from Carnival. Well, there may be fairies everywhere, but we return to here too, but also there's anything dangerous about them. They all seem happy and full of good cheer. Is this some sort of festival taking place today or something? No, it's just a life and seminary, the only free city in all Britain. There are about 200,000 people living in Salisbury. Some are the Wind, Earth, and Fang fairies. Some are the fairies who emerge spontaneously from nature, and some are even independent humans. Independent humans? Humans who won their freedom and now belong to no one but Britain itself. I was hoping to tell you about that aspect right here once things are solved up, but I guess they're bound to come up sooner or later. And since the great confusion here soon, it seems a good place as any to get into it. You Shires may have thought there were no humans in this lost map, but strictly speaking, that's not true. Humans do exist here, they're just not on the top of the hierarchy. Here they're used as tools in a rich and fair society. In proper human history serves, they're necessarily slaves. I don't think you can. There's something strange about this in this city. Wrong, twisted, unseen. Exactly, fairies are supposed to live in harmony with nature. Even when they're farm communities are always the forest children, and so children carrying under the same great mother. They were always the defiant spirits of the planet, who never possessed a culture of their own. But as you can see, Fairy Britain has become a place where fairies imitate human society. For the 14,000 years, fairies have raised humans like cattle. From that time, they used humans' innate creativity and as entertainment, in which they turned a lot to freedom first. Fairies long last, they acquire no substance whatsoever. Since there's nothing they can do, they never change, and they never try anything new. In contrast, humans have countless weaknesses. They have lived short lives and their injuries don't heal. They need food to survive, and they can easily be killed by wild beasts. So naturally, humans come up with all sorts of things that would allow them to survive. The first, despite all those weaknesses. I'm guessing the fairies found that kind of human thinking to be absolutely fascinating. It was like finding a shiny new toy. So they began keeping humans as livestock, followed by superficially copying their cultures with cities like this one. They completely ignored the substance behind human agriculture, architecture, and other words, various fields of study, instead only intimidated the most basic superficial level. Anything they carry copy manually, they forge together with magical energy. The confusion over there is the worst offender. Fairies have no gods, and no religion. There's no actual point in making a cathedral. They just thought it was fun. That's very British culture. It's how they treat humans. So they just basically ripped off human culture. Is what you're telling me. Yeah, well, I guess that's one way you could put it that way. So, as a fairy myself, I can understand how things got to this point. Well, they definitely took it too far. It makes sense that they definitely they'll get like this in a world where humans are endangered. But for proper human history in this lost, but humans are fairies' favorite source of luxury and entertainment. This life became known as the fairy period when fairies began regulating humans at a societal level. It's also the key political policy of High Queen Morgan, your enemy. Oh, you guys are gonna fight Morgan? Yep, that's or at least that's the current plan. It's a retro kind of side. First, we need to find our Arctic advance before we meet Morgan. Alright, we do, don't we? Well, first things first with all that. Why don't we start with the pub? There's always people coming and going in pubs. Some of them may find something useful. Something wrong? I'm Drakasak, you helped me a lot. I really do appreciate it, but what should I do? If he's gonna fight High King Morgan, it only copy thinks that I stuck around. I wanted to stay with him until we found Mash, but maybe it'd be better to go separate here. Yeah, so that's how it is. By the way, Altria, do you know what they do with humans in the city to catch without their owners? You capture them as ranch escapees and send them to New Darwin. New Darwin? There's a New Darwin, the National Sawdust Sphere? Say what? That's horrible, but wait, isn't Salvador supposed to be a free city? The head of the Woodcraft runs this place, right? Surely they wouldn't do anything that's so horrid. Not necessary, not even the head of the Woodcraft can defy the High Queen. So it would definitely be our advantage to have as many trusted collaborators with us as we can. Drakasak still doesn't know right from left here, so on top of that, he's human. Without an owner to watch over him, he'll just be a nameless... It would just be the nameless woods all over again. I'll do it myself, but since I'm obviously noble, even loyal, it would strain the cruelty if I tried to claim a human of unknown origins as one of my attendants. But you, on the other hand, you'll be a perfect fit for Drakasak. And don't worry, I'm not asking you to stay with him forever, just while we're in Southspring. You've heard that being over alone too, right, Drakasak? I guess you're right. Being alone in Britain these days would make you feel more likely to attract suspicions of authorities. But what about Tristan? Can he pretend to be Drakasak or? He probably could, but Tristan knows very well about Fairy Britain as Drakasak. That would make him question. From one thing, that would take much questioning from one of the clan guards to expose this per se. I wouldn't go that route unless we had no other choice. But if I had a human attendant, that would mean I would have to be an upper class fairy, which would also make me Drakasak's owner, and it would just be pretend. Or were you actually hoping to make him your pet? Oh damn, we're very much. No, I couldn't pretend. It's fine. I'm so much too young for that. Great, then let's do so. Drakasak, Atari's gonna be your owner for a while. It'll be the safest way to travel here. I think you can play along. Yeah, don't worry, I have some acting experience. I am a Twitch streamer after all. Okay. You sure you want me to do this then? Okay, I'll do it. Besides, we can destroy the carrot, so I certainly don't mind traveling here a little more. In fact, I'm looking forward to the bright side. It's actually making one of my childhood dreams come true. Oh, what dream would that be? The same dream every fairy who goes up the country has. Join the ranks of upper class city folk. Hey there, my kids. Librarians, how are all you on this fine day? That's right, it's I, Oberon, the Fairy King of the Autumn Woods, the mysterious priest of fires, the fairy and King of the Fairy Tales, here to grace you with your positive presence. Hey, Oberon, glad to see you're doing well. Nice to have you back in Salisbury again. Just make sure you don't put anything on your tab today, you hear? Oberon, coming today, drink was a good idea. When you're paying back the money I owe you. Still have to thank you for your help the other day, Oberon. If I really got the trees in my backyard to sell down. I'm still waiting for you to pay me back though. Hey, lovely Oberon. Yeah, if you have some time to spare, right? We simply must attend our tea party today. I'm still waiting for you to pay me back though. God. There's a poor little present of the 10,000 year tab. Don't worry, I'll cover this round. I'm still waiting to pay me back though. How much debt does this dude have? We cut it out. Stop pointing out how popular I am. I'm here with some poor friends today. Save the money talk for another time, alright? We know, we don't worry, we're just all joking. You rationalize way more than Chris Banks could. We're happy to treat you. What was this about a 10,000-year tab? So you're poor even though you call yourself a king? Well, yes, my finances are a little lean right now, but I'm flat out broke. I want to know how much of fucking debt this guy has now. Wait, what? So, like, bigger than, like, the debt of the United States or something? But, what do you expect? When I was summoned to the fairy prince, all I had on me was this cloak. I woke up in the forest, piled high with dread leaves, with literally nothing in my name. Usually in this situation, I'll be too bummed not to do anything but wait for help for proper human history. But since I arrived first, I knew where things I needed to take care of. Fairies thrive on what they find interesting, so I went up putting on all shows of fairy cities here. Sang songs, round up crowds, so fairies and entertainment housewives that lived up the nights. Over time, the people came to know me as the regal fairy king of a fictitious nobody's heard of. Well, I always says the major cities anyway. Oh, so I still didn't know about you because I'm from the countryside. Sorry about that. I'll try to branch out from more from now on. So this was a hard-fought battle in its own room, right? Can you imagine what it was like for me to have to act out like nobility about any actual capital? I can't recall a few dozen times I lied about my situation. I could sing love songs to a beautiful woman I met at a tavern. And indeed, there's nothing quite exciting, tense as that. As a fellow Oberon, I have great respect for you as a company here. I know it's supposed to be willing to give me a few in-depth lessons about how to roll fairy style, would you? If you really want to learn, like the word from me, I'll be glad to teach you what I know. Besides, your music is backing me up. I bet it would be expand my clientele even more. Now I see, you're both squandrels who gave me trusted round women. Yep, pretty much. Anyway, where should we sit, Oberon? My favorite table is around here in the back, on the race floor. It's harder for other customers for you to see there, and it gives you a full view of the whole club. Now, how about we start with toast of fruit water? Excuse me, Kate. Are you the new server? Let me let the owner know. We'll be using the table in the back, okay? And we'll also use it, like to order 4 apple bars. You got it! I'll have it ready just in a moment. What? Huh? Da Vinci? Oh, hey, no way, Trikosaki really is you. What the fuck? Okay, now this I'm like going up. Oh man, you never believe what happened to me. So after we got separated in the fog, I let my instincts lead me, and it brought me right back to the beach. Luckily, the beach was far enough away from the foggy woods, I was able to follow the coastline east. And eventually I caught sight of the sunscreen here. I figured I'd learn more about in the popular city. And then when I got here, an angel far too good for this world just happened to appear in the sun's doorstep. Just very unsteady, and I could see the fire deep in her bright eyes and said, "What a lovely place. Would you let me work here for the rest of my life?" I never said that. What I said was, I'm looking for my companions, but first, can I have a glass of water, remember? Well, if you ever change the mind, let me know. You're welcome to work here forever. Yes, I heard you the first 100 times, Mike. Now back to the behind the counter. I'll teach you how to make cocktails later. Don't cheat my perfect angel. Oh, good God. Should I feel bad for the I don't know who to feel bad for right now. Probably Da Vinci because it's kind of being creepy by saying that she'll work in the pub forever. Anyway, that's my story. I'm glad you're okay, Drakasak. You too, Tristan. Although, it looks like you still haven't found Mash yet. I see, you must be the art servant Drakasak told us about. It's our honor to meet a renowned genius like yourself, Leonardo da Vinci. Who are you? I'm guessing the fact that you know my name means you're a servant for proper human history. I'm Oberon the Fairy King, although I guess here is more of an observation tile. It's nice to meet you, Da Vinci. I'm Altaria Caster, and I met Drakasak in the Nameless Woods. I too have make a long story short, but I'm going around with Drakasak pretend to be his owner. Seriously? That's hilarious! Thanks, Altaria. It must be a huge weight off of Drakasak's shoulders. But hey, you're British Fairy too, right? You probably got some idea what it's like we're doing here right now. But you're here helping Drakasak, so that's mean you're good with it? Well, more or less. Honestly, I don't really even get half of what Drakasak and Oberon told me, but I do know Drakasak will tell me the truth. I would feel right about paying someone in the middle of that trouble when it's not really good to help them. Honestly, this seems like kind of fun. Gotcha! Then it should be okay if I speak frankly here. So, how do you end up here, Drakasak? Wow, that sounds like you guys have one hell of a time in the forest. I'm glad you made it out of here, okay. Thanks for keeping that safe, Tristan, and you too, over on Otera. So we still don't know much about Britain. We have no idea where Mash is. But we do know that she's still alive, and Oberon is flat broke. Love how we just skipped that part. Okay, now that we're all on the same page, we can figure out what to do next. You make the right call, Oberon. We should be wandering aimlessly around Britain right now. What we should do is set up a base off our serious sorcery where we can all carry information and tackle our problems one at a time. Our top priority right now is find Mash, so we'll need to look for a girl wearing an iron armor. While we're do that, we should be learning about Britain and our lives and the fairies who live in it. I'm sure, dude. This pub does listen in. We'll technically just copy the man-made inn without knowing what it is for. So I taught Mike about inns and how they pull out all the extra rooms they've got here to get use. And that's a little reward for my service. I got to 3 in room 4, take 3 of the second room 4s for myself. I knew eventually we'll find a chair. That's why I need a shiny front base when we did. So that's what we had to make one. Well, impressive, you know that. That's what would be such a blow away with what you've done here. Huh. Is this last person also a young girl? And one says you're not wrong. This is great. I can really tell that this the Vinci friend of yours will be a huge help. Alright, since it seems like you guys have things well in hand now, I think I'll take my leave. I actually got a lot of other things I still have to do. You're going off your own, Oberon? Yep, I'm going to see what I can find out here about the Smash Girl. Not to mention, we also need more information about Britain as a whole. Now that you shinies have come here, things are definitely going to change. And since we don't have many allies on our side yet, I want to make sure that we know where things stand in every region. See you soon, right? Of course, especially now since I know where I can find all y'all. Don't worry, the next time you see me, I'll have a good news. In the meantime, I suggest you get accommodated at British Syrian land later. Oh, damn, he sure was wasting time. I'm glad he's on our side, but he definitely tests the beat of his own drum, doesn't he? Indeed, his colorful outfit does speak to me. It does mean that he is without doubt the same kind of poet as me. Ah, how this guy asked me. So, what should we do now? I could show you around Salisbury if you like. Thanks, but we should take care of the rest of the day off. You all walked a long way to get here, after all. Please go ahead and make yourselves comfy in the rooms I mentioned. Drakasak, take a room for yourself. Trust and I will share another. Altria, you can use our room I set aside for Mash. Hey, I knew I was right not saying for just 2 rooms. Oh, and I put some mage crap barriers in the roof, so we won't have to worry about being overheard. Right? I have a whole room to myself for free? Hooray! I always wanted my own room. I can't wait to get it all comfy. Thank you, Tafishi. Gosh, your proper human history fairies are all so generous. This is great. Now she's gone too. No, I didn't want to touch this before, but she's probably different from the Altria we know, isn't she? Yes, she is, from what I've seen so far. We should consider her a separate entity from King Arthur. Altera Pendragon, the King of Britain in proper human history. Yep, which is one more thing I want to get such up in a room, if you don't mind. Us walking up. It's better if we such history such just among ourselves. We really can't be too careful here. Alright, let's begin by sharing what we learned. I'll start off with this versus bread. You're probably going to get a sense of yourself of what way to sell us, right? But this last was very different from all the others we've seen so far. It's just a look at all like an alternate path human history would take, especially since humans aren't even dominant species here. So as far as I can tell, this world consists almost entirely of fairies. In Russia, a huge coast map made it impossible for human species to survive as they were, so they were forced to adapt and evolve. Scandinavia, the twilight of the gods, aka Ragnarok, happened during the Age of the Gods, and both gods and people alike were in shepherd god afterward. China was ruled by a single Senran, or a true human, and became the sole nation state in the entire world. India was converging in itself through endless cycles of reincarnation, only for the whole world itself, or the set of individual people. In Greece, humankind was completely dominated by gods who never died out. While they were dead ends, they were all still human worlds. No matter how different they may be from our time, they still had human societies that suited their environments in the year 2019. But that's not the case here. This is very much not a human world. One thing, there is no world outside of prison. It's not like the last ones where you could just get to see the outside world thanks to the stone walls. There's nothing in this world at all besides Britain. No other continents, and definitely no other nations. So as long as we're here, the whole planet consists of nothing but the Isle of Britain and the sea. And that means erase the human history. Yep, given that what we know, that's the only way we can describe it. The last 3 days we've been asking various fairies about what things are like between Britain and our countries, but the very idea of our countries was alienated to them. So this tells me there must be some strange circumstance that causes this place to become a fairy Britain. Figure out what that means, what that is, and what the key to being, no, unraveling this lost spell. Hold on, there aren't any other European countries here? Does it mean that the fairies in the sign are solely from the Isle of Britain? That's a quick question, just as there's other lands in this world. It follows that the fairy legends for the places that may be important here. But luckily, there's still the thing called human history convergence. But it means this, as long as the fairy wants to exist on Earth, their existence will remain, even in their form of history, are different. So even if it's very different, we have fairies from various European legends showing up in different forms. Basically, the ecosystems are similar to even if their environments are different. Since this is still the same planet Earth, there's incredibly going to be similar life forms, civilizations, large scale events. Similar life forms, huh? Yep, and Fairy Britain may be nothing but Fairy Britain we know, but despite that, the two Brits have a surprising number of things in common. Things like the same names for the fairy names. Even if the names of this world's queen. Remember that the huge castle north of you saw the way here. It belongs to High Queen Morgan, the ruler of Fairy Britain. And this probably won't surprise you to learn that its name is Camelot. That's right. Here, in the same castle symbolized British people in human history. It was home to King Arthur, and the Knights of the Round Table belonged to Morgan. The strongest and most of the prize which in British history, and the one that directly responsible for King Arthur's death and Britain's downfall. Morgan a wish, huh? Yep, as far as we were able to find out, Morgan's rule is very printed for almost 2,000 years. There's 6 different fairy classes here: Wind, Earth, Fang, Mirror, Wing, and one other. They waged war at each other constantly for thousands of years, until Morgan used her evil magecraft to defeat them and subjugated half of the clans through the force, and united all of Britain. Afterwards, she gave the humans of this world a limited degree of freedom, made them build a foundation for civilization, and develop an intimidation society in which, of course, the last 2,000 years. So Morgan, even in this last world, still is trying to. But no, I suppose that doesn't say that. I'm sure that Morgan is different from the person we know what's know. So what exactly is her reign here? Like, so she calls herself a Castle Camelot. Doesn't mean it's fair and just in a way King Arthur would be proud of. No, it's pretty horrible. She has strict limits on the number of humans that can be born each year, and she rules the fairies with the iron fist. Every fairy that lives in the urban areas is described with Morgan's curse, command spells, as part of her civic duty. And every year, the fairies ascribed to these command spells are forced to donate some of their fancy magical energy, and eventually, they call it existence tax. And any fairies who can't pay it, who can't provide enough magical energy to satisfy the merchant, are killed right then and there. Apparently, when she first took it from, Morgan told the fairies, "I offer neither absolution nor salvation. I demand that you obey without question or hesitation. Show me your fertility in the world in action. I shall keep Britain safe. Any fairies who can't handle this state of affairs will become unable to work, are either taken to Camelot and dealt with there, or they escape the cities and run away into lands no one else knows of." Yeah, that explains why they were there. Such an oppressive regime is about to spark opposition, but even so, Morgan has maintained her iron grip on Britain for 2,000 years. Yep, which is goes to show how powerful she must be. She takes half the souls of every fairy in Britain each year, and then there's still no fairies able to win or send that up there. That said, there's a positive side to Morgan's reign. Remember those black things that fought out near the shore? Those fairies called them Moors, and they're one of the calamities that have been plaguing the fairy Britain since the inception. Occasionally, the fairies lose their purpose and their spark, and end up turning into those Moors creatures. Moors are essentially the fairies' natural predators. Just touching one is enough to affect the fairy and also be transformed into Moors too. It's kind of like a disease that can only affect the fairies. And the Moors aren't the only calamity Britain has in regular contend with. There's lots of others that pop up on a regular basis. And Morgan's the High Queen's army consists of fending them off. Morgan may be called a ruthless ruler, but she's also the sword that keeps Britain safe. The fairies may fear here, but they also depend on her. And that's the current state of fairy Britain. Yep. It seems like that very safe assumption, which is, I mean, since we also have the one who used Ramadidia. The spell itself was so powerful to reach the weapons from here. No one could ever have cast it. And of course, that unfortunately also means Barrel Cut is involved with Morgan somehow. I'd say that makes her chances of peaceful negotiating with her basically no. I see, then we have our own reasons for defeating her. Yep, and though we may have a hard time getting to Camelot since apparently no one can enter without her permission. That said, Morgan's reign isn't perfect. In fact, there's a new hope going around Britain right now. As luck can have it, we shall appear at exact time, just as things are about to change. Now what's the new hope? The Child of Prophecy. Significant child whose existence was prophesied for the head of the new, now extinct Mir clan, right before they disappeared. Everybody heard that it was something like this. 16 years from now, a savior will appear. Guided by the staff of selection, the true king will take the throne. When the 6 bells ring out, the false king will fall. Aside, failed humans, the savior will bring an end to this false history. So what do you think? Sounds very vigor, right? Got correctly after Wasu, since the mirror class prophecies have never once been wrong. That queen has been trying to prevent this inevitable roundup by every fairy who turns 16 this year. Jeez. And yeah, it's talk about going into self-prophecy here. Even the fact that Xiao Sase Hunt is still going on proves that she still has a comment. It's nice to say to be the Morris and the Xiao prophecy done. The cracks are showing in the high rings going. So if we pay a cost, we may be able to negotiate with Morgan after all. That said, find match stuff customers. For your time being, you should rest up and recover your strength. Then tomorrow we can start gathering information and quickly and casually of course not to arouse suspicion. Man, soft bed. Fish Buster, Hiking Morgan. Atira and Oberon. Mash, where we are, please be safe. Okay, I think we could use some rest too. Surface mind needs to sleep, but we still have still tiring to constantly watch out for refresh, right? I mean, you never took your fingers off your bow strings once in the entire time. I guess that's why you were a knight at a round table, huh? Just so you know, saying just means I need rest as well, but not just yet. Please don't refrain by resting on my count of vision. You may be a servitude, but you're also being a living here in the here and now, just like Dragana's Hawk. So go on, get some sleep, don't worry. It's my duty to protect you as well. And so, gotcha! I should have expected that for kind of a consideration for just a child size and the most handsome knight at the round table. Okay, I think I'll take you up on that. Honestly, that was pretty beat. By all means. But first, I have a question for you. Oops. I don't want to take too much of your time, but before we fall asleep, I was hoping you could tell me about the sixth singularity. Specifically, I'd like to hear about this version of me who was summoned there. And what I was doing in Holy Grail, Holy City of Camelot. Oh shit, he knows. Alright. Okay, we're gonna probably stop here. Continue this tomorrow. But yeah, stick it around, guys. We're gonna find some of the raid. Let's see. Who's on right now? Okay. Okay, what's Bucket Eric doing? Okay. Yeah, I think I'll raid Bucket Eric. It's been a while since I catch on this stream. But yeah, it looks like he's I think he's doing Babylonia at the moment. Okay. But yeah, guys, have a good one. Make sure to check out my socials and good luck with the story until we get to Time Gate as well. We'll be back here tomorrow, like around 7 fuck up. Eastern stereotype. Until then, take care, morals. This is your Demon Lord Dracona Sock. Sign off. Later.